All right, it's about that time. Let's get some camera going here. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Attitude for Gratitude. My name's Jake, and I am filling in for Timmy this week. He is enjoying a vacation, seeing some family, and doing things that people get to do. I'm going to change out the banners down here. So the show is now started, and if you want to get a hold of me, we got this up right here. Just gonna we'll get some guests coming on. Just want to give this message out there tonight that if you are listening, you are lovable, capable, and worthwhile, and your recovery is worth it. Reach out to us, leave comments, suggestions. If you need to get into a meeting, find the scroll down below at the bottom of your screen. There is I've left my number up top there so that you can reach out and shoot me a text if you need to. Otherwise, we'll get started here. Both of you get on the mics.
Oh, can I snag a pizza? Oh, I'm actually visible on this thing?
Oh yeah. When does Tim come back next week? I think he might come back next week. You doing it? Yeah. All right, welcome to the show, and you are
Rick,
get on that mic.
I don't think it's on.
Yep, I heard that. Yeah, you're good. Now there's a thing for echo. I don't know if this is it. Echo?
Echo.
Can you hear echo in your headset?
I don't hear.
I hear echo in my headset.
I do too. Well, we'll just learn to deal with it, I suppose, since I don't know what button does what. I know some of these do. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I know what my buttons do. All right, get on that mic and tell us again who you are.
Rick Alcoholic.
Hi, Rick. You are?
Alex, addict, alcoholic.
Hey, Alex. Welcome to the show. I know, Alex, this is one of your first times coming in on to Will Work for Recovery, correct?
Correct. It's like my second time, which the first time was like 5-6 years ago.
5 or 6 years ago. What was your first impression when you first came in?
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Honestly, when I walked in, it looked different from the last time I remember, but it reminds me of like just a hippie hangout. But it's sober.
How would you describe it to somebody who asks, what does Will Work for Recovery?
You're putting me on the spot, and I've only been here like once.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the podcast is for.
Oh, this is making me think. What comes to mind is the Island of Misfit Toys.
The Island of Misfit Toys. That's a good one. Rick, welcome back to the show. Appreciate you popping in again.
Of course.
What people have heard it, but what's your? How would you describe this place to somebody?
Well, it is definitely a great place to start your recovery. That's for sure. I mean, I started here 6 years ago, and it was probably like the best thing for me.
Cool. And so, like you said, it was a good place to start your recovery. What kind of tools did that give you to push forward? What did you develop afterwards, after first coming in here?
Well, I learned how to communicate with other male figures in recovery. I learned a lot of different things, as in like, you know, self-care and people holding me accountable, which, you know, at that time I didn't like accountability. But I'm glad I had that accountability in my life today. You know, so I mean, for the newcomer to come here, this is a great place to start your recovery, like I said. And, you know, later on, you know, you might want to branch out, spread your wings, and look for other meetings also, you know.
That's a really good point. That insight, that was exactly what my first impression was. Is this is a good place to come in and get your feet wet, and then allow yourself to start branching out. You know, kind of set down some roots on like this is a stable place where I can come to until the next, you know, my next adventure. So it gave you your start in recovery, which is probably the hardest thing to do.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I know it was for me.
Yeah, me too. Like that's the starting, right? Starting is it's staying in recovery is the easy part. It's the starting. Welcome to the show, and you are
Anthony Kukel.
Anthony. Welcome.
Thank you.
Was this your first time here?
Nope, I've been here a couple times before. I went through treatment in Matamita a couple years ago, and I was here a couple times, and then now I'm in North Star, out in Otsego. So
Right on. So, is your first time? Have you been on the show before?
no, I haven't been on the show before.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming.
Appreciate it.
What was your first? What was your first reaction when you walked into Woolwork?
I just really love the atmosphere. I love the chill atmosphere. I loved all the ornamentation on the walls. Everything, it's just amazing. The people were great too. I mean, there was probably 5-6 people just greeting me with open arms, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
What did that mean to you when you were able to walk in and you got that comfort and those people that greeted you with open arms? What did that do for you in your first impression? How did that set you up?
Oh yeah. So basically, I'm came back 3 days in a row. I love it. You feel like it's a brotherhood, like it's a, like everybody cares for you, and it's a really good meeting. And I went to the Thursday and the Friday one. I've been to the Thursday one last week too. It was crazy. It was nice.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
How would you describe this place to somebody who's never been here?
No, you have to come. You have to come and see it. You really do. It's one of those things where you have to just come and see it for yourself and just be a part of it, and it's just wonderful.
Right on. I appreciate that. Looks like we got some comments. Says we got echo on the listeners' end. How do we edit that? Hopefully, Maddie can come back here and show me.
Oh, Jacob Johnson's watching. I know him.
Yeah, he listens quite frequently. So, I got like a couple of cute little questions here.
Some cute little questions.
They are cute, right? I'm gonna start with Alex. Alex, now that you are here and you're in recovery,
Okay.
what do you like most about yourself now?
Making me think today. Actually, tonight. How I can empathize with other people. When I was in addiction, I was numb and didn't have too many emotions.
So you're
And-
able to empathize with other people and start to see things from other perspective.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Having an open mind is key. Like, I've learned through past relapses, when I start thinking I have it and I know what I'm doing, I end up not knowing what I'm doing, and back in the rodeo I go.
How does that set you up with relationships, either in or outside the rooms?
Depends on different, I'd say different intimacy levels for different relationships. But trying to remain authentic and myself in the relationship, whether how intimate or how close of a relationship it is.
Yeah, that was something that Rick mentioned earlier about being able to actually have relationships and able to hold conversations with other men in the program, and how that set him up to actually be able to grow and develop his recovery and get to a different basis. Well,
And see, that's where it's always been a struggle for me in general, is I can chat up someone's ear off, but whether I build that connection, it's been hard over the years since a young age to build connections that seem meaningful.
is that easier when it happens when, like, say, as he had mentioned, when you walk into a place and people are welcoming and it's a warm atmosphere that's inviting and people kind of greet you with that open arms, so say?
Oh yeah, for sure. When people are friendly and cordial, it's a wonderful situation to be in, and you can start to develop, but still it takes time. For example, the guy that said he recognized me at the door, and it's been 5-6 years I didn't recognize him since he said we were last in wherever together.
Wow.
But 6 years is quite.
So that like those connections, they stay and memories come back.
I
and-
remember the name, and that's
Right.
weird for me because normally I remember faces.
But you remember the name
Yeah.
because there was some kind of connection.
No, I've only met 2 people by that name in my life, and one was here in Minnesota and one was in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And so when he said that name, I recognized it.
No. Can you hear me now, Rick? No.
I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, and
I
can
hear Jake the
Rick.
loudest out of everyone, though. I don't know if the I don't know if the microphones have different volume adjustments.
Listen. Can you hear me now?
I still hear your
Nothing?
echo.
You can.
Speak again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Good. Awesome. Well, Alex, I appreciate I appreciate your diving in and allowing me to push you a little bit.
Oh yeah, I didn't think it'd be immediately at the start.
No, and stick around. We'll bring you back on later on. But before I kick you off, tell me what your gratitude is. What are you grateful for?
Grateful for one of the biggest gratefuls I would say right now is the daily reprieve from my gambling struggle that's been going on for the past year. I've gotten I've gotten about a month off away from gambling, and that was, as I would say, eye-opening revelation. It was an odd moment, but it's just been gone. Like, my phone still sends me notifications about all the gambling sites and stuff, but there's no temptation there anymore. And it wasn't even temptation a month and a half ago. It was more like a compulsion.
Right on. Well, Alex, thank you so much for your input. We'll bring you back on later. Find someone else to take that seat. Rick,
All right.
what do you like most about yourself today in recovery?
What I like most about myself today is that I'm able to be present.
That's huge. What does that mean? What does it look like for you to be present? And what did it look like for you to not be present prior to?
Well, look, I know I can go to bed and wake up and not be hungover. That's a true blessing for me. Like he was saying a minute ago, that temptation or the obsession, that whole thing had lifted for me when I went to treatment for drinking. I mean, the last time my daughter seen me drunk, that was bad, and I just made that decision. Like, once I went to treatment, I wasn't ever going to pick up a drink again. And man,
So far, so
God's
good.
helped me, man. It's been almost 6 years, so I'm really happy for that. But yeah, I so many blessings that come in recovery that I feel like a lot of people are scared to see, because a lot of times we don't give it the chance. We don't, we want everything right now.
Yeah.
I want that shit right now. Like, I want to be cured, right?
Yeah, instant gratification, something that we were all so used to because, the drug or alcohol, we knew that we took it now and give it a few minutes, and we're going to have some type of feeling.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Cool. All right, well, before I kick you off, and most likely you'll probably go to bed because you get up very early in the morning.
I get up very early.
What's your gratitude today?
Man, I'm just grateful to be able to be in these rooms. There's so many things in my life today that I'm grateful for, but the main thing I'm grateful for is to be sober today.
That's
Hell yeah.
awesome.
Especially that. I wouldn't be where I'm at, or I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today, and I wouldn't be able to have the things in my life that I have today. I can't ask for any more than that.
It sounds like you got some humility going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
It
we really
takes work, but it's worth it, though.
absolutely, yeah.
Worth it 100%.
Really appreciate you coming on and giving us a little bit of your insight. And I know that you probably won't be here later on,
Probably not.
so I appreciate your time. I know that you're tired.
But I will come Sunday, though.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll be there Sunday.
All right, we'll see you on Sunday.
All right, man.
All right.
Love you guys. Take care. And if you're struggling, please reach out.
Thanks, Rick.
Have a good night, dude.
Find Paris.
I'm right here.
I don't know where she is. No one has seen her at all. She just vanished.
Yep. I don't even exist at this point. Damn,
All right.
Jake, there's something weird. I can hear echoing, but I can't hear much.
This
When
one
you're
I can
left
hear
ear?
echoing.
Can you hear everything?
I hear echoing in mine.
Yeah, I hear the echo too.
Yeah, it's tough. All right, same question to you. What do you like most about yourself today?
That I'm a little bit more complicated. I was kind of messed up when I came into treatment, so I actually really revamp my neurological landscape. I mean, what that entails is trying to just let go of all my resentments first and foremost, and that was the first step. And then secondly, just do some brain work. You know what I mean? Like look inside my garage and see what was in there. And I've really been working on that. I got about 70, 80 hours just in meditation hours working on that, and it's really been working great. I mean, I don't have any cravings or, nothing now. I mean, it's amazing. Like,
So I want to push you a little bit on that
Yeah.
whole thing that you just mentioned, because
Yeah.
you said you went into the garage, right? Like you went under the hood.
Yep.
And you started uncovering some things.
Right.
What was some of those tools that you found about, and what was one of the things that you found out about yourself that you didn't realize?
Well, the big tool I use is reframing. Like, let's say you had an incident of some trauma that was like that was dramatic to you or whatever, and then I just reframed it to like why did the person that caused that do that to me, and just reframe it like in a positive note and just forgive them for it. You know what I mean? Because if you hold that resentment, that's gonna kill you. They always do. You just have to let it go and just reframe that into a different thought. You know what I mean? And just know it's just a thought, because the mind is easy. It's mind, thought, and consciousness are the only three truths in life. So, I mean, that's.
So it
that's all
sounds
we
like you
have.
found your truth in peace
Yep.
through meditation.
Well, actually, my core values are. I now have 3 core values, and those core values are love, compassion, and stoic virtue, and that's it. So,
Right on.
yeah.
That's awesome. I really appreciate that. That's good insight.
Yeah.
So what? I guess that's the end of that question. We'll go into before I kick you off. What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for my treatment center at North Star Otsego. Yes, woo! We got a couple guys here.
2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Yeah. Woo! So, I'm just grateful of the brotherhood that the place has, man. We're all super tight there. There hasn't been any fights or anything that's broke out, nothing like that. I mean, we're just a great brotherhood that has great camaraderie, and I love everyone there, so it's great.
Right on.
Heck
That
yeah.
sounds awesome. I appreciate your
Thank you.
input. And anybody that's looking for a place to go, one more time, plug it.
North Star Otsego.
There you go.
Nice. I hear echoing again, Jake.
Yeah, I
All
do
right, thank
too.
you, guys.
If I come back a little bit, it's
think-
not as bad.
Yeah, maybe it's like.
Okay, maybe stay up, not stay so hot.
It's not like it's giving you money, so.
I thought it would. Give me money. Young man, who do I got over here?
Dan.
Dan?
Yep.
Welcome to the show. What was your first, I know you were on the show a couple weeks ago at least.
Yeah, yeah. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, something like that.
So what was your impression of Will Work?
Will work. I mean, I was here before last year. This is the only place I used to go to because I was at Twin Cities Wellness Center and Recovery Gym. So they're like, my first counselor kept saying to go to meetings, and I was like, nah, fuck that. I don't like meetings because I always went to the boring ones with the old dudes. They're always angry. I'm like, man.
Those guys got some knowledge though.
They
They
do, but I don't know. It's just too boring for me.
No, it's,
And then
it's
I came
important
here.
to find places that you
Yeah,
connect.
but then I came here for the first time. I was like, damn, this is way different than all the other ones that I've been to. So I just kept coming here instead.
Right on. You know, eventually if you keep coming here, you're going to become an old dude.
Yeah.
I hope to be the old woman in the room
I'm
like
trying
Miss
to-
Gracie.
Right, like, you know, sometimes I sit back and I'm like, you know how much of a blessing it would be to actually get old? Because, and it would be because of AA. It would be because I'm in recovery, because like before I'm like, there ain't no way I'm making
Yeah,
this old.
exactly. I didn't think I'd live past 18 years old, to be
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
honest.
trying to get like Paul though instead of like the other dudes, man, because he's actually chill. Like he's cool, dude. Or I think that's his name.
Yeah. Let's see here. And did you introduce yourself over here, ma'am, to the right?
What's up?
Did you introduce yourself?
I'm Paris, and I'm in recovery.
Hi, Paris.
Hi.
And then we got
up,
another
dog?
new face over here.
Yep, I lured him in.
You lured him in.
I'm Gage. I'm in recovery.
Hi,
Hi, Gage.
Nice to meet you.
Are you here against your will?
No, never.
Can you get a little closer on the mic?
Sorry. No, not at all.
No? I just say that because, you know, Paris.
Oh, because she pulled me over here.
She
Yeah.
does
Yeah,
that.
I know. It's
Yeah,
all
I was like, you want to talk? I know you do. You sit here
open spot.
watching. Yeah.
All right, we'll come over here. I'm sorry. What was your name one more time?
Dan.
I
Dan the
had it.
alcoholic.
I said it as he said it.
I know.
I was right there.
We
Dan.
need to do something about the echoing.
I mean,
Though.
is this better?
I don't know.
I
'Cause
think it's
can't-
the
I can't hear.
I think it's the reverb or something like that,
I can't hear. And there's echoing.
right?
I don't hear an echo at all.
You don't? You
I
got,
can hear
Mostly off
myself.
my mic. Can you guys hear me at this point?
hey, it sounds better now. I don't hear echo now.
Yeah, because if I get up here, then I hear echo.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah.
maybe get back.
Okay, back.
You don't gotta be yelling at people.
I get excited.
I know you do, and that's okay.
What kind of mics are these? I need one, dude.
It's a road.
It's just pretty smooth.
They are a circular one.
Okay. Because they got like condenser mics and there's all kinds of different ones.
All right, Dan. So here's the question for you: what gives you peace?
Gives me peace. Probably working out and training at that gym because it relieves all my anger, my stress, so I'm not in a bad mood or don't get in trouble and shit. I'm too tired to get in trouble because I'm just drained.
How does that?
It
set
helps
you up for
mentally
other
and
things?
physically, man. Like it takes away a lot of extra stuff that I don't need in my life. Like helps me like change my thoughts and everything like that. Like I don't know, it gets everything out. And then music too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about like these things that bring you peace and helps get rid of the anger and such, does
Yeah.
that? How does that set you up with your recovery?
Just makes it easier to pay attention and listen to other people because I'm not thinking about negative things or like my flashbacks, my PTSD of things that happened in the past. It helps me like focus on the present instead of the past or the future.
Right on.
Like in place, in time.
Awesome. Well, we'll come back with another thing here for you when I figure out what I can bug you with. What brings you peace?
What brings me peace? You know, I think first and foremost, spending time with my daughter. I would say.
Hell yeah.
That's huge, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's something we don't always get to do.
Do you know
Exactly,
the
especially when
class
you're
you
locked up or. But yeah, I mean, when you're locked up and shit, there's nothing, more humiliating than having to call your fucking child, Sorry. for my language.
No, you're
No, you're
fine.
fine.
We're
You know.
not in the big room anymore. You can talk however
Alright,
you want.
Yeah, so, that's
Be authentic.
humiliating. And
Yep.
I don't know. For me, it
Yeah.
breaks my
Yeah,
heart.
close on the mic again.
Yeah, like they're
Right
not
here.
giving you money.
Well, yeah, you guys get close on the mic, not
Hello.
me.
Jake already just
Check
has
one.
a loud voice as it is, so
Yeah,
like
I have a projecting voice.
I feel like mine's like
Obviously.
way different because I can't hear myself.
I think he needs his headphones turned up
Or
again.
take your hood off, dude.
Which
There you go.
All right. Still, I feel like my mic's quieter. Oh, there we go.
No, you just gotta turn up the headphones. That's all.
got 'em.
I was
Got it.
I was bugging with mine while you're talking. I'm like,
trying to find that right spot.
yeah, exactly. But okay. Well,
So you
Well.
talked about going into to jail and trying to call your daughter. Did you say jail or prison?
Yeah.
Jail. Okay. So you talked about going into jail and like calling your family from there. Did that humble you in a way?
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Oh yeah.
How did that give you a different outlook when you came out?
Yeah, you want to spend every minute you can. And I don't know, I mean, I've also OD'd probably 10 times severely. So when I
Yeah.
look back at that, like, I'm just, something I've been doing now is I practice gratitude every day. So I've been writing down everything I'm grateful for, like at many moments of the day in a notebook. And that's really changed my perspective on how I look at things.
That's awesome actually. The gratitude list that I've heard of other ways that people have called it like their God box, where things that they're angry at or upset with, they write down and put in
God
a
box.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Yeah,
so,
me either.
So
That's
if you
cool
got
though.
a problem, I'm angry at Paris because of whatever, I write
what
in,
did I
like,
do?
Paris
Yeah, dude.
sucks, and then I throw it in the God box.
Yeah, I get that.
Jake.
So what do? Burn all the shit at the end, or?
No, you come back, 3-6 months later, you open up
Oh,
your God
okay.
box,
And you're
you
like,
see
I
all
can't
the
believe that
things.
I was mad about.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Right.
Look
Kinda
at you
sets you up a little
projecting.
It's actually a good idea.
I'm just using you as an example because, like, I know I can, and you probably won't get all angry and be like, "What's that supposed to mean?"
Yeah, I don't care.
Like, if I'm like, "Yeah, Dan," I'm mad at Dan, he's gonna be like, "I don't even know you."
Everybody's mad at me, dude.
There's this other thing that I also learned about myself is that because of my disease, I am typically delusional, and I have believed that a lot of people hated me, were angry with me, were upset, didn't like me, And
Yep.
turned out that I was
The one that didn't like
I
ourselves.
I
Yeah.
didn't like myself, and then I made the boogeyman.
So like you're making it up in your head a situation, and then
It's kind
you
of like
felt like it was real type shit, or
it's more of like the
What do you mean?
yeah. For me, it was more of like the fact of like, we'll just. I always talk about it like growing up with like my parents who were addicts, and I was like, well, if you guys don't give a shit, why should I? You know, and I think that's also a big thing for me. And then as I grew older, then they started to, and I was like, and especially with a lot of the trauma that I dealt with that, I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, like, now you care. I'm like, but where were you for like 17 years of my life? So I was like, I was like, but as I've gotten into recovery, it's gotten a lot easier for me. I'm also going to wipe down my mic because people have been like sick as all hell. Would you like to wipe your
Those
mic?
as well.
I mean, how many people were on this mic?
Maddie was, and she
Thank
was
you.
sick last week.
Oh Jesus!
wow, everybody got COVID now, dude.
Not even COVID, it's like a cold. Here you go.
Thank you, dear. See that? She takes care of it like my grandma would. She's like, here you go, wipe this down.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all, if you hear some
Here,
wiping.
hold on, let's mute real quick.
Well,
All right, sorry about that. We
Where we thought
we
he-
took proper
extents to make sure that we had
hygiene.
clean. Yeah.
to make sure that our whole system would
dude.
be nice and hygienic.
We,
And
we're good.
yeah,
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I'm all good.
so practice good hygiene, people. Wash your hands.
Yep. Also, it's just like for me, it's like that's my service work. I love doing it. I like to make sure that things are okay, especially running the meetings here on Friday. It's, I like to check in with people, try to make sure that they're good, see how they're doing, make sure that newcomers feel welcomed for sure. Because when I was the newcomer and coming into this room, people made me feel welcomed. So now, like having a big role for in my recovery for myself, but not just for myself, for others, is like showing like, hey, like it's possible to do these things. Like if you want to chair meetings, you can. If you want to get out there and connect, you can. Like it's really not like it's not as scary as you think it is at first.
It's really not.
No, because it's like, what is it? I met
And then
you.
the edit, like
What's the address to here?
It's 2520 North 2nd Street.
2520 North 2nd Street. Tim can just
Thank
rattle it
you.
off.
Yep.
I get excited again.
I know. You were just getting so excited. Love you too, Miss Gracie.
You are good at
Bye, Miss
welcoming
Gracie.
people. Just
Yeah.
to throw that out there. The few times I have been here, definitely very welcoming. So.
Yeah, and it's important in our recovery because of how long that we were in addiction, we felt alone. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yes.
And making that feeling of
And
like,
that contributes to the delusion.
yeah,
The more
exactly.
I sit alone, the more I sit here and I believe the shit I tell myself.
Yeah.
I think a lot comes with loving yourself, learning self-love. That's a huge part.
Yeah,
For
and-
me too, I'm learning how to love myself. I always thought I did, but that's just arrogance.
Yeah.
Truly loving yourself is a very hard thing to find, and it's a lot of work. So
Exactly. And then once you start to love yourself, you can start to give your love back into like others in recovery as well too. And I feel like that's a really big thing for people that like they struggle with, especially when they start getting in recovery, because it's like you're looking at yourself in a whole different perspective. Like that you've never seen before. Like I don't know how long people may have been out there and using. I know for me, like I struggled for it for years, and it's like now knowing it, I'm like, oh, I actually like kind of like myself. I was like, what? I was like,
kind of like myself.
yeah, like this is kind of weird, but this is cool. But it's like it's
Yeah, finally start getting your
yeah, like
confidence back. Or
get the confidence back, and then be able to feel like like I'm pretty likable myself, so I know I can put myself out there, and if somebody doesn't like me, I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna be upset about it because of the delusion. Because it's like the delusion always thinking people don't like you or they're upset with you, and then you find that confidence and that love within yourself more. You figure out like, oh, well, like that's just them. Like
Hey, and like working on training will help with your self-esteem too. Like at my treatment, we have these like these papers or whatever, and it says it right on the paper, like self-esteem level. How do you feel today? How do you feel about this and that? And then you have to fill it out again at the end of it to see if you feel better after.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, that is cool, but. And it's like even then, it's like once you start to get into your recovery a lot more. I don't know because like I don't know how long you guys have been in recovery or whatever, but it's like once you start putting yourself out there, you get a well name. It's like I don't know if you were noticing, but like while I was walking around and I did like a few rounds to just like check in with people, talk to them, and then I actually had Will come over and he's like, "Hey, are you running this thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's 7:00 start." I was like, "Oh shit, okay." My bad.
Yeah, and that's the other part is like the more you get involved, the more you start giving a shit about other people and other things.
Yeah, because it's like it's also with the delusion of like always just thinking like it's not even like the self-love that you give yourself. It's like you're always just thinking about yourself in a very selfish way that's really negative.
Oh yeah,
For
all the
sure.
time.
Like, it's just one of those things where it's just kind of like, well, damn, like, you know, like, well, because being in addiction, like, that's what you're doing the entire time. You're being selfish in such a, like, you know, like, self-destructive way. And I think that's, like, a really hard thing for a lot of people. I know because, like, I talk about it a lot is, like, mental health and addiction go hand in hand.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Especially, like, you know, if you're somebody that's struggled with mental health first and then you got into addiction because of it, then, like, completely understandable. Like, I've been one of those people in all aspects, and it's like, now I'm just kind of like, well, I feel like shit, but I don't feel like, you know, taking drugs. So what am I going to do about that? I was like, maybe get a tattoo.
Ink therapy.
Yeah. Ink therapy is this weekend. There's a tattoo convention if anybody wants to go.
Saw
Hey.
that.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, I'll give you a real simple question, then we'll go into your gratitude, and you can do any plugs you want to do after that.
All right, cool.
What is your dream job?
I always work like construction, manual labor. Like when I used to work with my dad, before he passed, we'd always work on houses, like gutting them, and then we fix them all up for people to move back in there for like the banks and stuff. So that was really fun and stuff because every time we're done, like we did everything, the house, the yard, the stairs, the cement, everything like that. Some people move in and look so nice every time we pass the house, like, man, we did that. So either something like that, otherwise something like helping animals.
Right on.
Yeah.
Sick.
What's your gratitude tonight?
My gratitude is the people that don't give up on me.
Right on. That's a good one.
And
That's really
Needed
good.
it.
my sons, my nephews and nieces, I love them a lot. And I love when they like, uncle run up to me. But yeah, people that don't give up on me. Because sometimes I just don't care about nothing. I just want to give up or I just want to snap. But the people that don't give up on me, fucking, they help me a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's the other part is that eventually we get to a point where we don't give up on somebody else.
Yeah, 'cause I was feeling like that the last few days, and I had some people to help me snap out of it. And yeah, it felt really good to like know people are actually there. They're not trying to like be there just to get something from me. They just want me to do better, you know?
Well, my only little tidbit I'll give you is that now that you know that you recognize what that looks like in yourself and you see it in somebody else,
Yeah.
bring them up, grab them.
Yeah, that's what I try to do all the time, man. It sucks being an empath and whatever because, like, I always feel their energy. Like, I know when they're mad, I know when they're sad. I'm like, fuck, man, I want to help this motherfucker, dude. Like, I want to lift them up. I want to snap them out of it, trying to make them laugh or, you know what I mean, help them out.
Yeah. All right, any plugs to do before we kick you off?
Yeah, I met this dude named Truth. I don't know if you know him, but it seems like fucking everybody does because he has, like, the sober events, the sober parties. He had one, I think, like, last week or 2 weeks ago. It was a pool party. A lot of people were there. And he has another one coming up on the 26th of this month, 1129 Arcade Street, St. Paul, Minnesota, 55106. And I get to perform there. My rap name is Cousin Grim, CUZINGRIIM.
Sick.
Right on.
Thank
All right,
you.
well, thanks, Dan. Find me
Oh,
a new
yeah, and a
victim.
Crucial
already
World
have-
will be rapping with me.
We actually have a victim already. I've been eyeballing them.
You got one?
Yep, and he's
Okay.
gonna come up. So,
So it's all good?
yep,
All
thank
good.
you.
All right, thank you,
Dan.
man. I appreciate
Paris,
it, dude.
Paris got our next victim.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Don't
luck.
worry, we'll get
already
everybody.
forgot.
You can. Okay.
Gage.
Yeah. Once
I was-
he's done.
I-
Once he's
I
done.
apologize. I was
No
about
worries.
to butcher and be like, Gabe,
Hey, it's close.
what is your dream job?
You know, that's a good question. So for me, I spent
That's why we're here.
like 8 years of my life doing what I thought I loved in business and stuff like that. And in the end, I ended up being unhappy after so long, after selling my soul to working and commit myself to that. So for me, it's actually a key thing I'm looking for right now is what my dream job is. I have no idea. I've done so many different things. And for me, I think ideally something in sales, but something I would enjoy. So that's what I'm looking
That's
for.
awesome.
I know it's a weird answer, but
No, it's an answer's an answer.
I don't know.
Yeah,
honestly.
I
I've
got
been
into sales
searching.
and I love it.
Yeah.
Well, and even then, it's like we're still in like steps of just building ourselves up. So it's okay to not know right now. I mean, like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here. I'm
Right.
vibing. Like
I mean, I just want to, really, since he said he wants to get in sales.
I've
just
been in
give you-
sales for many years.
Yeah.
It's just- I'm
Jake,
good at it. You
they're
know what I
not
mean?
owing you money. You gotta step back.
One of the best part about addicts alcoholics is that we are really good at
Manipulators.
sales. Yeah, we've been selling bullshit our whole life.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we can do it.
So yeah, getting into sales is really a solid career choice.
For sure.
And before I kick you off, what's your gratitude tonight?
Yeah.
Right now, I am just grateful to be here. Grateful to be sober. I haven't been out to this meeting in a while, so I was really grateful to be here.
Grateful to have you back.
Grateful
Thank
you're
you.
here.
Yeah, you know
I'll be
you'll
back.
be welcomed by me if you come Fridays. So
Yeah, if you're still here later on, when it thins out a little bit, we'll bring you back on, and
yeah, we can talk
that's
some
when
more.
we do some deep dive stuff.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I'll stick around for a bit.
Okay, cool.
right.
Good.
Hopefully to see you later.
Sounds good.
See, I'm already pointing out victims.
Next victim. Who do I got now?
Hi, how you doing? My name's Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
Welcome to the show. And who do I got over there?
Who are
I'm a
you?
unicorn. My name is JJ.
Hi, JJ.
Hi, unicorn. Oh, wait.
That works too.
You could call him whatever.
Well, I heard I'm unicorn, and I was like, unicorn.
Ooh, look, squirrel.
We love that for you.
No, I'm Squirrel.
Okay, that works.
Well, we also have a rabbit in here too, so like,
I used to have a friend named Rabbit.
not right now, but
I
he's
feel
somewhere.
like everybody's known somebody nicknamed Rabbit in their life.
Dale is the one that's rabbit.
Big rabbit.
Not surprised.
I know you're not.
I'm really not.
But how are you guys? How is your recovery going? What's going on in your recovery? I have not seen you in a while, and I think this is the first time I get to see you.
Yeah, actually, I don't come here too often. I started just coming here recently.
Okay.
My supervisor actually was coming here, and I was meeting her one day, and now just kind of, I was like, well, this is unique.
Yeah.
You know, because you got the couches out everywhere. Everybody's kind of relaxed. You're calling people up by number. It's different. You know, it's nice to have a change in the regular,
Yeah.
you know, general recovery meetings, you know, forum that they have.
Yeah. It's the most what is it? Unorthodox, but orthodox NAAA meeting you'll ever be in. That's what Paul says.
But that's
the time.
okay though,
Yeah.
because I mean we're not exactly, you know, all
The orthodox people.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right, right.
No, I mean, like, there's plenty of Orthodox people around. Like, everything.
Am I one of them?
No. We're a lot of misfits around here.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, how about you, JJ? How's your recovery going? What's going on in your recovery now?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I went back to treatment because I need mental health and I need support from other people. And I was just like right down the road, and I was kicked out because of some things that were going on. And so like, I don't know, it totally threw off I had to quit my job, all sorts of shit. It threw me off really bad. But while I was there, I also found out that I had a mass on my brain.
Oh, wow.
And so like for a long time I was like super stressed out and I didn't know what to do. But then I went and I got an autopsy done, and they told me that it was benign, so I didn't have to worry
Oh,
about
cool.
not having that. So that was
Nice.
And,
We love non-benign masses.
right. And then so yeah, I quit my job. I've been going through a hell spell. A lot of
good, though.
depression. I've got the last 3 days. I think I've slept maybe 8 hours. Going through a lot. I feel my recovery slipping. Like this is in the first meeting in a couple weeks that I've been to.
Well, I'm happy that you're here, and it's like it's okay to take the mental health days. You know, especially what I was just saying. Like mental health, and for a lot of people, mental health and recovery comes hand in hand with a lot of people. Especially how it was with addiction. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's a really big thing, and it's always a really good idea to just like check in with yourself, because it's like we get so caught up in our recovery and like getting to meetings and
Yeah.
doing like fellowship and stuff, which it's like it's great, but we also need that time to kind of like step back and like just like enjoy our time by ourselves, even if it gets hard.
Do you have a therapist
I
that you
do.
work with?
Yep. I have a therapist. I have a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to actually go through the process to getting medications for my PTSD.
Okay.
I'm actually talking about my traumas.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
and that's
Yeah, but it's
that's-
good, though.
Yeah, and that's the one that's like really fucking with me right now. Is
Yeah.
just like,
That's how you heal, though, by talking
yeah,
about it.
yeah. And the worst part about it is that it's not even like the dreams of the shit that's going on now. It's like all of the back shit from like my life that
Right.
like I went through like the major sexual traumas and like losing my dad and going through a lot of crap and then finding out that a good friend of mine passed away from a fentanyl overdose.
Yeah.
And then before that it was before that I found out well I did find out I actually found the person. I found my ex-fiance dead in our sober house, and so it was just like
so
Wow.
sorry.
it was
So
hard
sorry.
for me. So it's like I'm still in that like topsy-turvy.
Yeah, of course.
Have you heard of
Right.
compartmentalizing your thoughts?
No.
So what that is you take, all these traumatic events and thoughts that you have, and you create like an imaginary, like a safe or a filing cabinet in your mind. And what you do is you take those thoughts, all those traumatic events, and you say, okay, that's that memory, but I'm gonna put it away in this filing cabinet, and I don't have to. I know it's there, but I don't have to look at it. And you can shut that filing cabinet, lock it, and it almost in a sense kind of gives you like can give you like a calming effect, like a peace. Then that way it isn't like just kind of rattling all around.
Yeah.
It's more like put away, dealt with, and that way you can move forward.
Yeah.
Because I found a lot of times that like I had a lot of like trauma happen, and it's like it like pulls on you and can keep you down.
Yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, it's hard to progress when you're still stuck in that place.
Right.
So
Yeah,
So,
no,
yeah,
that
that-
makes
that-
sense.
that's what I do.
Well, and
that helps
also
a lot.
all I will say is to you, JJ, is just be patient with yourself too. It's like as much as it can be hard. Also, I was looking at your sweater and I think it's great, by the way. ADHD. But
Highway to hey, look, a squirrel.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's just be patient with yourself and it's just going to be hard. I do have another question for you guys, though. Like, what is a hobby that you've picked up in your recovery, but hobbies that you've also dropped because of addiction?
Oh shit.
I have a few actually.
Go ahead.
Painting, like
Is that a hobby you picked up or you dropped?
I picked it. Well, I picked it up.
Uh-huh.
I don't want when I'm using. I'm not trying to paint nothing. Actually, I did paint a car once. With the spray bomb. But I mean, that's not what we're talking about. But yeah. So like that painting was one, and playing guitar.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How far are you in guitar? Are you still learning some stuff? Do you know some songs? Like, where
Well,
are
yeah.
I can play expert in Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
we? See, Jake is just...
I don't think
Is
I.
that not?
I don't think I
No,
have an
you win.
Xbox.
You win.
I haven't played Guitar Hero in years now that I bring that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, just bust our age out, huh?
I can play some songs, and I can play some songs, and I'm not like super good, but
hey, it's like
more about the
Enjoying
fun
it.
in it.
Yeah, exactly. So what are some hobbies that you've dropped then? Like, what are some that you can think of off the top of your head that, like,
Well, let's see, flailing in a Walmart's one.
Okay, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's one we
Hell
definitely
yeah.
needed to stop.
Yeah, casino.
Are
Okay.
you the one with the high score then at that for flailing at Walmart?
I don't know.
I feel like there's got to be a scoreboard somewhere.
Right, for sure. Especially with the room that we're in. Yeah. Like,
Probably.
Yeah, I give it to you.
Especially
Okay.
as many times as they took in your picture and put it up on the wall.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So casino was a big thing for you in your addiction. Like
Yeah,
you were there all the
just,
time.
Just running around.
Yeah.
And it made no sense. I have no idea to this day why I did it.
I think it's just because it was like trying to get money, trying to make money. It's one of those things
I mean, I
for
would
a lot
go
of
there
people.
with a lot of with money. Like
You'd lose it.
So true story. Like family was helping me out, and they sent me money to buy me a car so I wouldn't be homeless. So I went to the casino thinking it was a good idea, and just dropped it all.
Oh my god.
Lost it in 2 hours. Called back, help. Something happened. They did it again, and I did it a second time the very next
Oh.
day.
Well, I'm glad that you dropped that hobby then. Like, it seems like you're probably saving more now that you're sober and stuff.
Yeah.
See you, Renee. I was gonna try to pull you up here, but if you gotta go, I get it.
Definitely taking accountability for what what was wrong in my life and changing
And that's a
it.
big thing. Learning
Yeah,
to
hell
take
yeah.
accountability. That was something that took me a while to actually understand.
Is
Like,
there a way to kill the echo?
I have no idea.
Tim would know. We
Tim
need Tim
would
back. Tim, we need you back here.
I know.
Hello,
He told
Tim.
me like he's like I'm going to a meeting right now in Lake Havasu. I was like, have a good meeting.
But yeah, no, it's just accountability is a really big thing in our recovery. How about you, JJ? What are some hobbies that you picked up? What are some hobbies you dropped? Pro and a con. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to dance a lot. I used to dance all the time, and then I stopped doing it for a while. Well, 10 years to be exact, and then I just started picking it up again, and it's something that I don't know. It's weird. Like on the way down here, I was jamming to music, and it was like no dancing. You have to hurry up and get to the podcast. So
Yeah.
it was like.
I'm happy you made it today,
Yeah,
by
me
the
too.
way.
And it's like one of them things where like, I don't know, I get into the mindset and I'm like, all right, it's time to listen to music, and then I just do my thing. Volleyball. I started playing volleyball
Oh,
again.
yeah.
I started lifting weights. I do a lot now. Since being in recovery, like I do a lot of service work. That's like my thing. Service work makes me, I don't know, it makes me happy to be able to just help others.
Yeah.
And I don't expect anything back. The only thing I expect back is, the love, care, and the hugs that I get. That's
Right.
that's the main thing. And I started diamond dotting. I don't know if anybody
Oh,
knows
I know what that
diamond
is.
dot
Everybody, I feel like not like everybody, but a lot of people in recovery, that's something they really pick up because it's like, especially if you have like ADHD, it's
Yes.
like something you can hyper focus on
Yep.
and then finish it. So
Yeah.
completely get it.
Is that
Yeah.
like picking up agates?
There you go, agates
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like, so I picked it up like 6 months ago, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do one, and then I got it a 2, and now like I have like 75 already done, and I have a basket full of them that I still have to do, and I have like this huge, it's like a huge mural that I'm doing on my wall, and it's like
Sick.
sucky because I'm starting it tonight, and what's crazy about it is it's suggested that it should be done within 6 months. I'm pretty sure it'll take me a little over a year, but I'm not them ones that's like, we're gonna stay up all night and all day for like 72 hours. a
Yeah, I'm
day,"
finished
and,
it.
like,
Hey,
can't-
I mean, like,
yeah.
I just started getting into Legos and like,
Legos, yeah.
and it's taking me like a what? What are you gonna say, Jake?
I got nothing to say.
No, I know you do. You like to shoot your ammo at me, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready
Well,
for
I
it.
mean, it's not even ammo. Like, I mean, like,
No, I know.
shit, man, Legos are so fucking expensive. Like, I wanted to get back into it, and I was at Target the other day, and I walked in there. I was like, that'd be cool to build. How much is this? $128.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yes.
I just bought like the itty bitty like Lamborghini. That's what I'm working on, and the other one I got gifted for Christmas, which is the Simpson house.
I'm like, dude,
Hell
So-
yeah, that one's gonna be nice.
I know it's a pain in my ass, but
I was just like, and one, I also, or I guess two, I did not peg you to be someone that played with Legos.
really, you didn't
I
think
did
played?
straight up.
No.
You,
Sick.
I think it's the outer for me it's the outer appearance. Like,
Not Pink Barbie though.
oh no, she's not a Barbie girl like that.
I'm a Barbie girl at heart, but
Well, I mean, also,
well, like I used to
growing
rip
up-
off the heads to my Barbies when I was a child, so like
Now that
Well,
makes
growing
sense.
up, it was
No,
like
I'm just
all the little boys in our neighborhood were like, "Fuck yeah, Legos," and all the like, it was a little different. Like all the girls were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to do the sporty stuff." I grew up around. I'm realizing I was the nerd in the group.
Did you do Beyblades when you were growing up? Do you remember Beyblades at all?
Yeah, I love those Beyblades. That shit was
Yup.
bomb as hell.
Yep, Beyblades.
Who were they?
I like these little things that you took out, and like you could even buy, like if your parents had money, they bought you like this little box thing.
It's a
arena.
stadium,
It's
basically.
it's a stadium, but it
Stadium.
was just a very expensive box.
Just a
And,
really
and everybody
expensive
had like
box.
their
Oh,
little like
classic.
whip thing or whatever, and like you could buy like
You would
really
customize your
cool-
own like Beyblade and stuff, and,
And
then
like they even had like rare Beyblades where it was like, oh, this is
Dude.
the base color is rare. Nobody like only really nerdy kids got into it, like with the colors and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
yeah.
oh,
But like you would get in the thing and you guys would both whip your thing, and
Okay.
there
That
was
sounded
it was
so
like a
bad.
there was no actual like system to it, but every kid swore they had a system.
it was like a
Right.
battles bot,
And they'd sit
basically.
there and they'd spin and fight each other.
Okay.
Battle
Yeah,
against each
Oh,
other.
I think I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about
Beyblades.
now.
Yeah, until it gets thrown out of the ring or it stops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was
It's like
addicted to
battle
those.
bots, but just without the bots.
And Pokemon.
There was a guy
Now
at
they have
work that had
Pokemon. I
like
was just saying that.
the Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah,
Love
well,
Rock'em
I
Sock'em.
just watched an episode of what it's called Extreme Shippers, and this dude had 2 days to ship these Rock'em Sock'em robots, but they were actually human sized.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
it,
yeah.
And it was he got it there, but it was like all dented up and crap. And
Oh,
so the
shit.
dude's like, I'll give you, he was like, if you beat me, I'll give you the 2,300. If I beat you, you get $500. The dude beat him and he only got $500. I was like, dude, that's a long ass ride. Plus your car broke down twice and the alternator. You had to get a new
Yeah.
starter. Like, damn, that's
Yeah.
some bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, real quick before you gotta go, what is your gratitude tonight?
My gratitude is my community.
Hell yeah.
It's my recovery community that keeps me sober. They're the ones that hold me accountable, and they're the ones that support me through the hard times.
Right
So,
on.
but yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. Do you have
Thanks,
another
Johnny.
victim, or
Yeah,
does she
I
have
already
one?
looked for one.
Okay.
You already got to
Dude,
know.
she was scanning the room when you said, okay, before she was already looking.
I was like, all right, hold on.
What's going
I
on?
was
I mean,
like-
she's real good at that, so I don't have to like start yelling or nothing like that. Like send people out there to go like, so I don't have to like tell people like go be awkward and tell someone to come on the show.
Right, exactly.
Because like people are gonna be like, do you want to go? Whereas parents like you're coming up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, like, speak.
Do what
like,
you gotta do, damn it.
Your voice is valid. It's important. So like, come on, speak up.
All right, I'm gonna give you one of these fun questions, and then we'll ask you about your gratitude. All right?
Yeah. And if you hang around, you can come back and
Oh,
do
for
a deep
sure.
dive for
I'm
us.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
We're going till 2 in the morning, y'all. No.
Yeah. Woo, woo. Well, actually, the room, I'm pretty sure Mandy and Tad are here, and the front room is open if you guys want to go play games or watch movies as well.
Oh, that's right. That is
Yeah,
right,
so if
too.
you guys want to just hang out, if anybody's looking for a place to be, 2520 North 2nd Street, we got our room open for some games and movies and a podcast. So
And a podcast.
yeah,
And a podcast.
yeah.
And a podcast. All right. I'll just go back to the old one.
What?
What is your dream job?
That's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
because I actually was just going to say my dream job. So it's weird because, like, all my life I was like, I'm going to be a doctor and I'm going to be a lawyer and I'm going to be a dentist and I'm going to be a judge. And then growing up and, like, after a while I was like, I'm going to be a teacher. And then I was, like, thinking about, getting into the customer service. Into, I was going to get into, like, I want to be a dance teacher. But being in recovery now, like I've noticed with all the service work and meeting people and being around others, my dream job would be in LADC to help other people. I'm actually in the process of becoming a certified peer recovery specialist. I'm going to go to college and do my LADC. I'm
Now,
also
for
going to do a
those
little bit
us
of mental
like
health.
me, what is an LADC?
So the LADC is a licensed alcohol and drug counselor. So I would be able to help adults or teenagers that need help getting off of drugs and getting like some counseling done.
So did you register for classes then?
No, so I'm actually waiting until next year. I'm gonna do the fall classes so that I can have a set schedule, because if I start now, then I'm gonna be that person where like they're gonna be like, we're ending classes for summer, and then I'm gonna freak it the fuck out. So I wanna I gotta be that. I gotta have that stable 1, 2, 3 go through thing. Yeah. But yeah, LADC is what the recovery community is my dream job, because
Hell yeah.
I mean,
it's what's been given to you. You want to give it back for sure. I
yeah,
feel
for
like.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I'm super excited about is today exactly I have 2.5 years, so it's like
Congratulations.
it's like super cool. I'm kind of glad about that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like I have that worry, like I relapsed before I have 2.5 years. So like in my head, I'm like, is it
Well-
gonna happen again? Is it gonna happen
What are
again?
you doing different?
You're here. That's
Yeah.
what's different, and it's like that's awesome. Like we're happy to have you here, and you're able to speak about what you're like grateful for, what your battles are. Like that's
Yeah.
awesome, and it's really hard, to do that, especially as you notice in your pattern of like your recovery and stuff. And it's like if you have that pattern of like I might relapse at my 2.5 years, you're kind of killing that pattern,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. Like so, congratulations, man.
Yeah, I've been talking to my mom and dad, and I've been talking to people in recovery. So it's like
Good.
things are kind of getting way better than what they used to be.
I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Thank you. All right. Well, what's your gratitude?
My gratitude speaks. Oh wait, wrong one. I don't know. I got a lot of. I could sit here all night and name my gratitudes. I am grateful to be sober
We're grateful to have you.
because of the fact that if I wasn't, there would be a lot of stupid shit. I'd be at the casino spending up everybody else's money, and I'd be
Everybody else is
I'd be walking, the tweaker thing, walking around to the machines and taking everybody's tickets out. And,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. honestly, I'm just grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful that my dad is actually up in heaven watching me do this.
Yeah.
He celebrated 40 years in June, so it was installed in me since I was little. So now I'm like super happy that
I found the buttons.
yeah, finally. I'll be up here later playing with them. Like,
You know, there's like a wah, wah, wah.
I know the other. I found the other two. I just haven't. Yeah.
Well, we're just happy that you're here. I'm glad that you have a lot of great gratitudes. I'm happy that you're here to celebrate your 2.5 years with us. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for whatever time you have, even if it's 3 days, a week, a month, years.
couple hours, yeah.
Yeah.
What
it's-
time did you wake up today?
Oh God. So today was one of those days that I didn't sleep. So I'm still running. I'm running on 0 hours of sleep, but
You've been sober for 24 hours. Congratulations. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, JJ. Just stick around if you want to get in a deep dive with us for sure, you know, because after
I'm
a while-
always about the deep dive.
Yeah, I
Before we
know,
kick you out, you got
exactly.
any plugs that you want to give out?
Oh.
anything going on that, like, yeah.
Oh yes. Sunday, come down here to
25, 20.
25, 20.
Yep,
no
that
second
place.
suite.
Come down here to Will Work. Minac 32. We are having our business meeting so we can get our stuff together so that in 2025 we are able to take on the Minac convention down here in Minneapolis. If you are looking to be a part of any of the subcommittees, please come down. It's going to be a great time that you'll be able to be a part of. It's always good to give back, especially at a convention level. I am the registration chair, so if you want to be part of
Yay.
registration, contact me on Facebook. Come to the meetings. If you want to talk to anybody else, I know you can talk to Sam Blaze. I know you can talk to a lot of people in the recovery community. They will help you out. Thursday nights, if you don't have a meeting, which I know 90% of everybody comes to Will Work, but Thursday nights, Riverside NA, 4101 37th Avenue South. It is at a church. Very good meeting, starts at 7:30. It's a very open meeting. It doesn't matter whether you're in recovery or not. We try to accommodate everybody due to the fact that we don't like to push people away from the recovery. We would like you to keep coming into recovery, whether it's, suicide ideations, bulimia, whatever it is.
Been
Like
there,
here,
done
you know what
that,
I'm saying? Like we're becoming more open, which is really nice. Also, I wanted to say, definitely come down to Will Work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They got amazing meetings. Monday is great because we have Star who's here and she does an amazing
Star and
job.
Sally, they're
And
awesome.
Sally is
Yep.
amazing. So yeah, if you guys do ever get to come down here, man, come down here. It's a great time. You get to meet new people. It's like a family down here for
Yeah.
real.
And you
It's one
get
of the
yelled at by
greatest.
me on Fridays.
Right, and you get to be yelled at by her for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep, exactly. Well, thank you, JJ. Thank you for all the plugs. Thank you for being here. Just stick around. We'll love to talk to you some more.
For sure,
Do you
for
have any
sure.
with them? You do. You already got one.
Yeah.
All right.
She's
So
got
as
it.
she's got the walk up for the next person, who are you?
I'm Luis.
Hi, Luis.
Yes,
I
how are you
remember Luis
guys?
was on here before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
How
here
you
before.
been?
I'm been good, bro. Really good, like really good. Yeah.
That's good. Tell us about it. What's been going on?
Okay, this is the first time after a lot of years, like after 20 years, that I am sober on Christmas and
New Year's?
New Year's.
Hey, let's
It was
get
it was
fun.
weird. Yeah, put it louder, bro. It cost me too much, and but I make it. I make it. Okay, the Christmas was hard. Was kind of hard because I was only in the house of a friend, and it was so few people, and I was missing out my family. Everybody's in Mexico from my family, you know. And the first time that I was sober in this season, and I was thinking, and man, I remember that I want to do that, you know, but control myself, and I made it. But then in New Year, I found out a new friend, and this friend invited me here. Here was a party, and then
Yeah.
they take me to another place where the party was great, and it was a sober party, and I'm very happy for
Isn't it
that.
crazy how, like, wild sober people can be while partying without drugs and alcohol.
Yes, and it's even and they act even more crazy than.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
You don't gotta
That's
worry
just
about a
it, 'cause,
fight
like,
breaking
when
out or
there's
anything.
drugs and
It's
alcohol,
awesome.
People eventually get like too drunk and they start passing out,
Or
like,
they just wanna
too
fight.
high and they start so you get like a little bit of fight, like there's like that's your excitement, but like with a bunch of sober people, like 1 in the morning, they're all still hyped up and they're sober.
Yeah,
They haven't.
they're just high on life, man.
Yeah, they're just enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. Who
Who'd
are you?
yeah,
Introduce
who's
yourself.
this? Who'd you
Bring the
to
mic
show?
to you.
Like it owes you money.
Besides you.
Besides me.
Yeah.
My name's Dylan, and I'm an addict in recovery.
Hey,
Nice.
Dylan. How
Is
did
it
you spend the new year?
I spent it actually. I came here, just like what was your name again?
Luis.
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 Yeah.
I had a friend invite me over to the New Year's Eve party, and I won a T-shirt from the Limbo contest.
Oh,
that
hell
was-
yeah.
So that was pretty cool. That
Did you
was
get
Y'all
a-
had a limbo contest?
I wasn't here. I was at the Vikings game. I had front row seats. Field side. Even though we fucking lost.
Yeah,
Skull.
yeah, that was a bad game.
I know, it was terrible, but it was more of the experience for me. So, so you've been coming back ever since like New Year's or what? Or you've been coming here before the New Year's party?
No, I kept coming back from New Year's. I was actually here yesterday for the Thankful Thursday meeting.
I'm not here, but sick. Like,
So this is your first time on the podcast.
Yeah, that's my
Yes,
first
it
time on the podcast.
Okay. What is your initial reaction when you walk into Wilworth?
Wow. Wow.
Good question.
Yeah, it was anxiety provoking at first. There was a lot of people. I really didn't expect my name or my number to get called, especially so soon, but I'm glad that it did because it forced me to stand up and share in front of a lot of people.
That's what happened to me.
So it was, like I said, anxiety provoking, but overall it was a good experience. Made me feel good afterwards.
Right on.
I got excited. Somebody walked in the room.
So what is something you had to learn the hard way in recovery?
That's a tough question. One thing that I had to learn the hard way in recovery.
Luis, you got an answer on it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You think,
Yeah.
I'll go to Luis on it.
Yeah,
Luis,
let me think a little bit.
Yeah, you're
what's
good.
one thing you had to learn
Actually-
the hard way in recovery?
Actually, I think that I learned it on recovery, but I live it. I was living it when I was still in using. That is the fact that I lost everything. I had to learn how to lost everything and be by myself and get comfort with myself to stay like this and don't go back to the life that I was doing.
So to learn that, you had to lose everything
Yes.
and reach your bottom.
Yes. Once that I had nothing else to lose, then I just keep going, brother.
So how
Everything is to win
Yeah.
So let me follow up with that. How did that motivate you?
because there's nothing else to lose, bro. I mean, once that I look back and I lost my family. Okay, I'm not with my family anymore. They are alive, but I'm not with my family anymore. I mean, the friends that I used to have, I don't have it
Not
anymore
anymore.
because I realized they are not really friends, you know.
Especially if they're enabling you into a lifestyle that's like destroying you.
Yeah, and then I look back and I don't have any more car. They kicked me out of the house. I've been living in the tents. I'm a 10 citizen. Bro, I'm not a legal resident of this country.
Viva la México!
A huevo, güey. Viva México, cabrones. Y córranme. So then I look back and I said, I have nothing else to lose. And I've been fucking up myself all this time, thinking that I was doing something good. And I was completely in the opposite direction. I was trying to hide myself of the pain that I was carrying in my heart. I was trying to hide myself of what I was doing wrong, trying not to live those pains. Man, I have nothing else to lose. I have to live the pains. And then I have to recover my life because I used to have a job, I used to have a family, I used to have a car, I used to have a house. Man, I was in the worst situation that I ever been in my life. And I look back to my life and I used to be living a good life, but I already fucked it up. And I've been fucking it up for years. Like I was 16 when I started. I'm about to be 39 in January 10. with the.
So how long have you been sober now then, Luis?
Huh?
How long have you been sober then?
Just for 7 months.
Oh, well, that's
Hey,
still
that's
just
still
7
something.
months. Come on
Just
now.
Make it louder, bro.
He loves it. I love that he loves
Yeah,
it.
Luis loves it. So all those things, they motivated you to pursue recovery, to try something different in your life. What did you get back?
That's what I'm telling you, bro. I mean, I used to have a job. I used to have all these things, but I was in use. I was using drugs, you know. Now it motivates me that I know that I'm. It's gonna sound arrogant, but it is the truth, bro. That I'm very good in everything that I fucking do, bro. Really. You hire me for something that I never did before. I'm gonna learn how to do that thing, and I'm gonna be good, bro.
And you're even better sober, right?
And now that I'm sober,
Yeah.
yes, bro, yes. It's just like I have to keep myself busy, you know, because other than that, I'm start thinking when I'm bored is where it's dangerous for me.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think that's for a lot of people.
That's a tough lesson to learn.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a real tough lesson to learn.
You know, I think what's crazy for me is like it was really easy when I first started getting sober. I was like, oh yeah, I got this, whatever. And now, because I'm like getting to like my 1 year, I'm kind of getting to that like burnout like mindset. I'm like, because I'm kind of just like, well, fuck.
So there's actually a thing called a 1 year surrender. There's big surrenders that you're going to come into your recovery. There's a 1 year, a 7 year, and a 10 year.
Oh wow.
So you're going to approach your 1 year surrender where it's going to feel like things are intensified for you for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it only lasts as long as you have it last.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense for
I
sure.
went through mine. It was.
Well, this is why we love Jake, because he can educate us on things that we don't know.
Oh, I had to learn it the hard. I was
I
in
know.
the midst of mine when someone's like, "How long you been sober?" And I was like, "I'm gonna have a year next week," and they're like, "Oh, yeah."
Clarity moment.
Yeah. And then that's when I was educated.
All right, cool. Well, what did you think about what your answer is?
I did.
All
I
right,
did.
cool.
The one thing I
Better
had to
be good.
learn the
Better
hard
be
way.
great. Don't mess this up. Everybody's listening. Do you see, we have
Nobody.
2,600 listeners right now. All right. Well, I made him look.
Exactly.
I couldn't even find it. I'd say my feelings. I had to.
Oh, elaborate on that.
Still learning how to deal with my feelings sober.
Thank you.
And they're all hitting all at once. And the analogy that my counselor, or actually one of the techs in my treatment, said was, for her feelings, or well, I can personalize this one. My feelings, it's like a faucet. It's either it's off or it's at full blast when you turn it on, and you can't navigate how to find that happy medium without turning the faucet on. And that's what I'm learning the hard way, is just learning how to navigate and find that happy medium. But I'm scared to turn on the faucet, so that's why
And that's something that's a really good way to put it, is turning on the faucet. But that's something that a lot of us could probably relate to. Is like early on in sobriety, it's the faucet gets turned on, then it gets shut off. Like you go to a meeting, you're like, oh god, the faucet's off, thank God. And like it makes you feel a little bit okay, and then you go home, you sleep, you wake up the next day, the faucet's back on.
And it's burning hot.
And it's burning hot, and then you get the faucet off, but then it comes back on. Like the faucet comes on when you're in the shower, and it's it's really really cold, and that's why they talk about recovery having the 12 steps that we get to unveil each thing slowly at a time,
God, I'm
and
like
it gives us those powers.
procrastinating on that shit.
What's stopping you?
I don't know.
I'll
My
dig
own
into you
mind.
later.
Yeah, I know. We'll have time. We'll have time to do that.
So that's another thing, is that you're not alone. That's something that almost everybody has experienced, is like the sudden onset emotions, and eventually through recovery, you stay sober, you start to work the program a little bit, and you sit down and work with another addict alcoholic. You're going to be able to uncover these things. You'll see your character defects that come up with these things, but then the other big part is you learn to feel the emotion. Things come up. Oh, I see you, depression. Why am I depressed? What's the underlying feeling? Okay, well, there's this part that happened. What did that affect of me? Was it my pride, my ego, my self-esteem? Then we can uncover those things and allow ourselves to walk through it.
Right.
It'll come. I promise. You just have to keep working for it. You have to work for it.
Yep.
We'll work for recovery.
And that isn't us. That's y'all. I'm just here to yell at you guys and give you a meeting. So. So.
All right, Luis.
Can you back up? It's echoing again.
Yeah. Hey,
Absolutely
hey, hey.
not. I'm only doing this to bug Paris now. Luis. I heard this works.
No, get closer. Yeah,
A
get a
little bit
little,
closer.
little
Can you
bit.
hear me here?
little bit closer. No, there's some echo, bro. That's
I know, if I
the
get too
little.
close on it, there's a lot more echo.
That's good. I can hear you there.
What gives you peace?
Ooh. First of all, it's God.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
But
when I am not in peace, it's a little bit difficult sometimes to remember that I have to go to God to find my peace. And this is what I just did. The breathing helps too much. Helps too much. It's like a process that I have sometimes, depending on how difficult is the situation. I can just breathe like I'm doing right now and relax, and I can answer you what I'm trying to say, because it's just a little bit stressful for me when it's another language and whatever. So I breathe.
fucking love it.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
I love
brother.
it.
And everybody say that shit. I think everybody's lying. But then, brother, if the problem is like bigger than just breathing, there's a couple of things that I can do. I can first try to work out, and then after that, if I'm still feeling bad, bro, you know, it's gonna be probably weird for you, but taking a shower is so relaxing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, brother. And after that, then I can talk to my God in peace and ask Him to help me to find a way to solve the problems. I'm not asking Him to solve the problem for me. It's not gonna happen like that, brother. I'm asking Him to help me to find a way to solve the problem and to give me the serenity to do what I need to do to solve the problem, or to accept the problem if there's nothing to do with the problem. Then I start finding peace. But it's a process, bro. It's a process and requires absolutely God.
Dude, I love it, and I say like I absolutely love it because the way that you're explaining this is based on your experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the big part is you're sharing your experience and your strength and hope with us.
Yeah.
And it's not you're not regurgitating something that you heard really great in a meeting last week.
No.
And you're like,
this
oh,
is-
that was great, and you just regurgitate it so much that it becomes like a record player that it sounds the same every time.
Yeah, no.
No, it's personal.
This is exactly how I live
hear-
it.
I hear your personal experience
Yeah.
in your message.
Yes, it is.
Well, before I kick you off,
Uh-huh.
what are you grateful for tonight?
Gratitude.
Yeah. To be here, bro. I love to be here. You know, I love to be with you guys. Actually, I was having a problem with my car. I just fixed the car, come quick, and
Yay.
then I came late, but whatever. I'm very grateful that I'm still in this country, because I could be kicked out from this country at any moment. I'm still in court and everything. And absolutely, at the end, I'm going to say this, but it's not because it's less. Actually, it will be the first one. I'm grateful for God being with me and allowing me to understand the life in another way, and allowing me to understand that He, as I was telling you, that He's not going to come and fix my problems, but He's
Gonna help you
there
guide.
to make me strong enough to fix the problems or to accept them
Hell
and leave them
yeah.
and go through them.
Amazing, bro.
Love it.
I love hearing what
Thank
you're
you.
going through and how you correspond with it.
Find a pen?
And you always mention it's hard in a different language. I think you do a fantastic job.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
And
much. I always want to
I'm
say
glad
it
you're
because
here.
I feel like, oh man, I'm getting stuck a little bit.
Oh, you're
I,
good.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm grateful that you're here.
Me too.
And
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you more.
Thank you. Yeah, I will. Thank you guys.
Bye, Luis.
Bye.
Thank you.
You have another victim?
Allison, you ready? Alzane, sorry. See, Dale's all talking to me when I got headphones on, so I don't know shit.
So, Dylan,
Yes.
what gives you peace?
Peace and love. I've just been getting them to giggle. It's great.
What gives me peace is
Are you leaving then? Nice to see you.
my higher power which is karma. When I put good things out, you get good things back, and the energy flow between people and situations. And I find peace within peaceful situations and peaceful people. And the way that I find those peaceful people in peaceful situations and environments is kind of in a way talking or connecting with my higher power, and kind of like what Luis was saying, just like asking how to be peaceful so I can attract peaceful, so I can be at peace, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're putting out into the world what you want to receive.
Yeah.
And that's part of that. What you touched on a little bit of karma. You know, that's the other thing is that, like, you know, I come from AA, so like the text that I would recite to you, like in the big book, it talks about our very lives as ex-problem drinkers, and you know, also addicts, because it's a malady. Our very lives as ex-problem users, whatever have you, is the constant thought of others and how we may help meet their needs. It sounds like that's what you're trying to live currently with what's put in front of you, and it brings you peace.
Exactly.
So what types of things do you do to put into the world, into your recovery, other people?
And the small things, like, you know, holding doors open for people, just being overall nice to people, asking how they are. Around at the our IOP, saying good morning to people and saying good night to people, even if I don't know them, or you know, if I do or don't, being nice to the techs and just being overall cool, calm, and collected. I don't let a lot bother me anymore like it used to, especially the little things, like you don't cry over spilt milk type shit. So it's like,
I have a video of me actually spilling
Milk got expensive for a minute, so like it makes sense.
but it was spoiled. So it was all chunky and shit. I was cleaning it up with dog pads.
That, like, I don't know why that always, like, when I hear chunky milk, it always brings into, like, I don't know if you guys ever remember a cartoon called Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're like, you know, they're talking about Ed, and you know, they love Chunky Puffs. And and Ed gets Chunky Puffs. He's like, I love Chunky Puffs. And then he like grabs the milk and he throws it down. He goes, oh, I hate Chunky milk.
Why are you good at the voice? Hold on. Is this a hidden talent we didn't know about, Jake?
Oh yeah, I can do voiceovers.
That's so
Yeah, that's
funny.
dope.
Yeah, it's a real shame. It brings in no income, but like I can copy a lot of them. Like there is like you know, I heard a little snippet of Gilbert Gottfried one time, and they were talking about. And he's like, "Oh, let me taste it." So I just listened. I was like, "Oh, let me taste it." You know, like I can copy Gilbert Gottfried and like a whole bunch of other shit. Like that was
Sick, Jake.
yeah, voiceovers.
Love it. All right. Well, what's your gratitude, Dylan?
Um,
Gratitude. Do you see it? It's literally.
you have me dying
Why
over
is
here,
he giggling
Paris.
so much?
I don't know.
What
I
did
guess
you do?
nothing. I'm
Quit
just
making faces at him.
gratitude.
Allow the boy to process and think.
He is. I'm just saying gratitude. I know you got it.
You can ignore it.
Well,
Just mute my mic.
well, I mean, for one thing, I am grateful for Paris in this moment for
Yeah.
cheering my spirit up a little bit. But overall, I'm grateful that I was introduced to this place because it seems like I needed it. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. And everyone's here for a reason.
Yup.
And I'm grateful just to be me.
I'm glad you're you. Yeah, homeboy was stressing before this, so.
Were you stressed out?
I was stressing hardcore, dude. I was like about to puke because I was just so
That's why I was
stressed.
like, are you
oh my god.
good? I thought like there was something like physically wrong with you.
So
Yeah,
one,
no.
one of the really great things, and I'll just pass this along to you. I know you didn't ask, but my sponsor went on like this Buddhist monastery for like 2 weeks this last summer, and he came back. He's like, one of the most powerful things I learned is like when I get stressed out like that or feel anxiety, they say be grateful you don't have a toothache.
That shit hurts.
Oh yeah,
I
I've
tried
had
it.
toothaches all the time, dude.
It's the most. It
hurts.
It radiates all this stuff. So like when you get in a moment of like, I'm grateful I don't have a toothache right now.
That's fair.
Little stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because I've had
pain.
toothaches before, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I've cried over them, passed out
hurt.
from them.
They hurt.
My teeth are really
I'd
bad.
run my head into a wall for that.
You know,
It
they
is
have a
bad.
sign at the front that said it to stress reliever. Put your head here, and it's on the wall.
I've used it. There's a dent in that wall now because of me.
Oh hell yeah, Jake.
Wow, that's
With-
fair.
Did you
Yeah.
cover your gratitude yet?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I
That's why I
did,
said
yeah.
gratitude.
Any plugs?
Do you have any places that people need to go, where they should go, where they should spend some time? I know you do.
I'd probably say pretty much everyone's familiar with 2218. So I'd say definitely check out 2218 for sure. Yeah, that's all I got.
Thanks,
Right on.
Dylan.
Thanks, Dylan.
Peace out, Rainbow Trout.
Thank you for having me.
So who's our new
Yeah.
victim over here?
Do you want to come back up? I tried to look for new ones.
Am I backing up?
Yeah.
What? Hi.
Hi,
Who's
Who
our new
are
victim
you?
over here?
I'm Alize, the boss.
Alizé.
Alizé?
Yep.
I
Nice
said that
to
right?
meet you.
Yeah.
How long have you been coming to Woolwork?
I came to my first meeting like this Wednesday actually.
Oh, so you're brand new.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you get the button.
Oh my God. Jake loves buttons and pushing them.
So what was your first impression when you walked in here? Why am I playing with these?
I was wondering if those are the
Fidget
yours.
spinners or fidget whatever.
That's exactly there, and I don't smoke, so I'm like, where these lighters come from? I'm touching them.
My first impression was I was kind of excited being here because like all the meetings I've been going to have been kind of small, and I love hearing other people's stories. So I'm like, I finally found a bigger meeting I can like actually get into and get to know more sober people because I'm new in recovery. I'm going on 7 months being sober.
Yeah.
It's cool little button.
Yeah. There's so many other ones that are, I don't even remember. One of them's like the womp womp and then the da-da.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I'm going on 7 months sober. I just ran my first NA meeting with Red Road Recovery at 2218 last Friday.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm getting
How'd
back.
that go?
It went really good actually. I have a lot of good support. Dale and a lot of other people from here came. That's actually how I heard about this Willworks place. So I've been coming here ever since. It's actually a good experience for me. I'm a really it's hard for me to talk in front of a lot of people, and I'm doing like this 1 year sobriety dinner for my family, and I'm gonna I'm gonna tell my story and present everything that I did in treatment and how my recovery went as I went on with my sober journey. But so I'm kind of just really trying to prepare myself so I can stand up in front of a lot of people, and when my 1 year comes up, I'll be able to fly right through it like nothing.
Yeah.
Right on.
Sick.
And it's going to be hard, but you got this. Just always remember, share from your heart.
Yeah. I mean, I was nervous as hell, just even just getting up and talking around a lot of people. But somebody told me you have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable.
Yep.
You
So,
know?
like getting on a podcast in front of thousands of people
Oh,
helps.
shush, Jake.
I mean, I'm really just focused on y'all because I don't see nothing else around me right now.
That's good.
You
I
know,
mean,
that's kind of how I pictured it, just how I'm gonna do it at how I do it at these meetings. I kind of just block everything else around me because I know there's people there, but I just have to focus on one thing so that I'm able just to get through what I'm talking about.
Right on.
right.
That's
I mean,
actually,
that helps me a lot.
yeah, staying
Good.
focused and zoning in on what the goal is and not allowing yourself to get overwhelmed. So I'm going to dig in a little deep here. You ready for this?
Sounds good with me.
What do you like most about yourself now in recovery?
I actually it's crazy. Man, when I was using, I used to be so mean. I used to be really mean. I used to be really angry. But now I was able to find myself. I'm able to help. It makes me feel good that I can help other people now and give people advice. That's why I wanted to become a peer recovery advocate when I got sober and when I was sober long enough. Because the advice I give other people, even when I was using, I was able to help people with my words. And a lot of my whole family and a lot of my friends said that you should become a motivational speaker. You know, so that's what helped me grow into doing what I want to do. That's why I'm trying to break myself out to not be so shy around a lot of people or a group of audience.
So is that your dream job?
I just want to help people. I want to help people that are struggling. When I was using, I was talking about the last 3 years, I just want to go into the new year sober. I want to get sober. I want to be able to help my people so that they know that recovery is possible and that you can make it and that it's going to be a tough road and it's going to be hard, But just know that when you break through that cycle, it's gonna be well worth it.
So what are you doing now to achieve those goals?
I'm actually don't like where I used to like hang out at the tents or whatever. I actually go there like once a week. I like donate food, and just the other day I donated a bunch of jackets and a bunch of warm things for them. I went and cleaned up my community, like all the garbage and all the needles and stuff that were on the ground. Now I got brave enough to do this the Red Road Recovery meeting, and now I'm on the chair for that. So now I'm doing that every Friday. But it's just a good feeling and a big blessing that I'm able to do these things that I once dreamed of. You know, something that I never thought I would be able to do, but now I'm doing it today because I'm in recovery.
Hell yeah, it's awesome.
I'm gonna post this comment because it was great.
Thanks, JJ.
That's right.
Aw.
You sober people. What do you mean, you people?
You.
Yeah, you people.
You people.
You people.
So, what gives you peace?
What gives me peace is that I'm able to wake up happy again. I'm able to wake up the person I was once, and I always say it as like I'm a new person, but I'm the old me, but the new me is back. And what I mean by that is like the old me was like energetic, happy, touching everybody's hearts, making the room in the light up as soon as I walk in the room. But when I was in my addiction, I was so angry, I was so mean to everybody, like I blocked everybody out, isolated myself, and I was just so mean. So what gives me peace is that I'm able to wake up and I'm able to be myself again.
That's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like that answer. I mean, I like everybody's answer, but that was a really good answer.
What's the other thing you like to ask about? Oh, hobbies?
Yeah, what hobbies did you drop that were, addict hobbies, and what are some, new hobbies that you have in your sobriety?
So when I went to jail, I was in jail for 120 days before I went into treatment. But I found out a lot about a lot of talents I didn't even know I had. Like before, I'm really good at basketball and coloring really good. But when I went into jail, I found out a bunch of talents I didn't even know I had. Like now I'm into drawing, like portrait pictures. Like I got like three of my drawings going into 3 different art galleries soon. So yeah,
that's
cool
big
as hell.
deal.
And I've been doing a lot of writing a lot of poetry. I'm trying to get back into my music, but other than that, I'm just I just want to help the community, meaning doing things like y'all are doing,
Mm-hmm.
Like even because when I hear other people's stories, it helps me help other people, so that I can maybe go on and tell when I tell my story, I know it's gonna help a lot of people because a lot of people will be able to relate.
Yeah.
So what I and I'm a really good hair braider, haircut.
I was watching you over there.
I cut hair, I color hair, so and I just got good news about getting back into cosmetology school.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
Hey.
Oh my God,
So
here's the
you've been trying to get into cosmetology school. You got.
I mean, I went to cosmetology school for a little bit, but my addiction got in the way, and then I kind of just went. It went the whole
AWOL,
opposite
basically.
way. Yeah.
But now you're pursuing it again.
Yep.
Hey, anybody that continuously puts forth effort to grow and achieve goals and push themselves back into the things that bring them peace, love, and joy. I'm happy. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
These
that's
are-
awesome.
Those are big things.
And when I was talking to my meeting the other day, I was just telling people when you start off as a dream chaser, you never know what could come for you next. You might become a dream catcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good words.
I'm going to keep that.
That's good words.
Patent it.
Some of the best words.
Need a patent in that now, so nobody else can really like.
It's like 10 grand for a patent and then another 10 grand for a trademark.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's not do that. Just save it up.
That's why I steal shit all the time from people. I'll be like,
Haha.
do you got 20 grand? Like, no. Perfect. That's what I'm saying now.
Jake. Leave it to Jake. Oh my goodness. Well, what was the hardest thing for what was the hardest thing that you had to overcome in your recovery when you first started to get into recovery?
The thing I was the hardest for me to overcome was my emotions. Having to deal with my emotions, having to figure out, because when I was in my addiction use or whatever, I would just get so mad and then want to go get high or just want to go use. But now, like, being in recovery, like, I noticed that, like, whenever you try to run from something, you know, it's gonna keep chasing you until you deal with it, or until, you know. So, like, I just figured when I was in treatment, like, I was going through so many, my emotions were up and down, I just was getting so angry, but I had to figure out a way to deal with them, because if I didn't deal with them, they were just gonna keep chasing after me. So, like, I'm glad today that I was able to overcome emotions, because emotions are a big part of why a lot of people go back into their addiction.
Yep.
Because they don't
Say
know
that again.
because they don't know how to deal with their emotions.
Say that one more time.
A lot of people go back into their drug use because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. So when their emotions are going up and down, you know, they don't know how to deal with it. So the first thing they go do is run and get high. So, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I learned to control my emotions by getting into recovery, getting in the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants to manage their emotions,
At all.
especially when you're using. All you think about is, oh my God, I'm feeling. Let me go get high. Let me go get high.
Yeah, of
emotions
course.
and feelings and all those things. They all used to like they
Of
had a
course.
button, and the button was drugs and alcohol. This is feeling. Hit the button.
Restart.
Right.
Uh-huh.
On to the next one.
Yep. Okay. No, it's the next morning. I didn't die. That's cool. That's how I always looked at it.
What is your do we have anything really cool?
I don't really know. What would you do for $1 million? That's like one of the questions in there.
Oh no, it's what you wouldn't. Is there anything you would not
Yeah.
do for $1 million?
Anything I would not do for $1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone threw $1 million on the table and they said you got to do this. What's the thing? You're like,
What's the
"I'm
thing that you're
doing
not gonna do?
The thing I'm not gonna do is go back to using.
Thank you. I was just about to put that in the chat.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good one. He's gonna get that.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
We gotta tell Tim. Start to upgrade the little box that we have. now.
Have we had everybody on that wants to be on?
Basically, yeah. I mean, Dale, I think might want to come on.
Oh God, no.
Rabbit.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, be rabbit.
Rabbit. Okay, but what's your gratitude before we get
What are
going?
you grateful for tonight?
I'm grateful that I'm able just to wake up another day sober.
Gratitude.
Hell
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much.
It was so nice to have you on. You got a lot of wise words, so.
Thank you.
Come on, be
A lot of
rabbit.
experience.
Good job.
Hurry up, be rabbit.
Who allowed this guy on?
What's up, everybody?
Oh my God.
How's everybody doing tonight?
So.
We got to throw a little excitement in here.
You're
Come on.
so
You need to
fucking
back up
loud.
from the mic, loud now.
Oh, absolutely not. I want to say hi to everybody out there. Hey, my name is Dale.
My
I'm
ears.
definitely a retired addict.
Are you though?
I am definitely retired, and I am loving life right now.
You're so fucking loud. My
Thank
ears
you.
hurt.
Thank you. You know
I
that
already have a headache.
the person running the controls can tune me down, but you know what? They will not tune my spirit
I
down.
think you just tuned down his like.
Yeah, you can turn
Yeah.
down my mic a little bit.
Ooh, there we go.
No, that's still no. Now I can't hear my fucking stuff. Oh, I
You don't need to hear yourself.
But no, honestly, yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Loving life.
Is he talking softer? Or is that the control?
No, that's really me talking softer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, no, just want to say hi to. Oh, that's really too loud. You got to turn that way down. Holy crap! What'd you do? I don't
Good.
know
I did
what's
makeup.
going on.
Oh my God. I did good though. I did makeup today.
Paris looks fabulous tonight. Way to go, Paris.
Is
JJ.
that what you did?
I know.
different?
Look at that nice.
Yeah, is that why I look
swimsuit.
different today?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
It's just
it-
like maybe she woke up early. I don't know.
She's
I
actually
just-
wearing another color besides
I thought
black.
maybe she fell asleep and they just
Don't let him talk
come
shit
out
to you.
that
I
way.
love
No.
black. Black's like my
Me
color.
too.
And
I
Paris,
mean-
by the way, love the necklace. Freaking awesome. Whoever
Yeah,
gave it
Dale
to you.
gave me this necklace. So he needs to give himself his own shout out.
Of
Where's
course.
the womp womp? We need that.
Womp womp womp.
That's a great necklace, Paris. I think it's fantastic.
Exactly.
There it was. Bloop, pow.
So so what are we talking about tonight? What's going on? What's
We're just
rambling?
chit-chatting.
Well, you guys are like really quiet, and I have not had a Red Bull all day. If that is believable.
I went to bed at 5 o'clock last night, and then I didn't wake up until 10.
Oh.
Sometimes we need a good restoration.
Yep.
I think it was just like that's one thing I just so terrible was like having insomnia and then like not being high. I'm just like, why?
What do I do?
Like,
What?
Can I just be the fuck asleep? Like,
No.
All right, I got a good question for us all.
Okay.
What is it?
What is something that you struggle with today?
Sleeping.
Oh.
That can be cured.
Okay.
I try. I don't like medication because I get nightmares.
Yeah, that
Okay,
is.
but like what then? Just like I stay up for
You
like.
just like if you got somebody that you trust really well, you just let them put you in a little chokehold for a minute.
Okay, but like that's the thing is like okay, I don't trust anybody that's around me in my household. No, but I
You don't trust your dog?
It's
That
not
is sad.
narcotic.
my dog already chokes me to sleep. Basically, he sits like right.
I thought she was gonna be like, my dog can't do that. I'd be like, don't you talk about that dog that way.
He's
I know this dog,
he's
but-
like 100 pounds and just lays on my neck while I'm sleeping, and I'm like, why does my back hurt?
So what is something that you struggle with in recovery?
Sleep.
Step work. I've been so procrastinating, and I will have like a year on the 24th, and I'm still like.
fronts.
Yeah.
No fronts.
That is an
I
illegal.
will. I will though. I'm still working every day for it.
That is an illegal
No
word.
fronts.
You can't say step work.
Step work. Step work. Step work. Okay.
Step
anyways.
work.
So
Womp,
what
womp,
what is holding you up?
I don't know. I think it's just like procrastination.
don't.
No, I really don't. And I'm telling you, I think it's just procrastination. I'm like, oh, I should do step work, and then I just sit back and not do it. That's literally what it is. It's like I could do it, but then also when I have a question, you know who I call to ask these questions?
Please
Who?
don't say Dale.
My father.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good choice.
My
Your dad's a
dad.
good-
Yeah, he's
Love your dad. Your
yeah.
dad is awesome.
He is
By the
great
way,
man.
is he listening tonight?
No, he's working. I think he's working with like the POs and like kids and stuff.
Well, if you do listen later on, and I'm sure he might, play for the kids. Way to go, Dad. Love you.
Way to go, kids.
Yeah, my dad's in the juvenile hall now. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, you
but
mentioned that,
yeah,
a
yeah.
couple weeks ago,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah. But so he's somebody that I will call, and but it sucks because like that's my dad. We have a great relationship, so I will ask him like, hey, what does this question mean? Right? He'll tell me, and it turns into like a 2-hour conversation about something else, and then I'm just like.
Well, that's why you said.
But I mean, yeah, and honestly,
Well, I do, but it's just like because it's Miss Gracie. She's old. and
you
I
got.
don't wanna
Oh, come on,
Hey,
Miss Gracie
hey,
is up
don't
right
talk
now.
about Miss
Yeah,
Gracie.
you know
She
she's
loves-
watching right now.
Love you, Miss Gracie. No, she's not. There's two people.
She just commented, smack her for me. All right, I got you, Miss Gracie.
Yeah, no.
But no, it's just like that's like because it's like yeah, I have a sponsor, and I think it's like I guess like I have a built-in sponsor, which is like my dad for sure, because it's like
Which is
anytime-
awesome.
Because like anytime I like have a problem, I call him, or if I'm just like ranting about something, or if I just want to check in with him, so he knows like what's up. Like I call him every 2 days.
Is your dad able to separate the "that's my little girl" and
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a superpower.
I mean,
Yeah.
Have you not met her dad yet?
No.
Oh my God, he
You
is
gotta
She
come.
won't
awesome.
let me. She's like, don't.
No,
talk to
no,
my
no.
dad.
When's your dad
No.
coming back?
He's
So-
like, you are. She's like, you're far too weird.
No, her
He
dad
might
is.
actually be on the podcast, which you should come, because I'm gonna try to. So he's gonna try to come out here like January 23rd, and then he should be here until Saturday.
Well, make sure whatever day he comes, we have the date, because I'm marking it in my calendar.
Okay.
We're gonna party like it's 1999.
Well, because he's gonna be here for my 1 year.
Yeah.
I love
Paris is 1 year. I'm so excited for
Dale
that.
has a coin for me. My dad has a coin for me. Miss Gracie has a coin for me. So I have
So
to really work hard to get
She's
there.
got
I
a
got nothing
lot.
for you.
I know. You just have your presence, and I'm okay with that.
And the cool part about this
Yeah,
is
little ice
we're
scrapers.
all excited about you getting your 1 year, which is awesome because I am thrilled that you've made it this far. And every day I show up and you're here is just another day we get closer to that day. I get to give up this coin that's been in my wallet for a year.
Yeah. I know, it's very exciting. But yeah, so my dad's supposed to be coming in on the 23rd, and I think he'll be leaving Saturday. And I'm going to try to have him come in with me on Friday and run the meeting with me. And I'm pretty sure we'll come back. And if you want to come, because it'll be that week of like the 24th.
I'll be here. Like.
Oh, yeah, true, huh?
Yeah, it's on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Tim's been like inviting you more and stuff too.
Yeah, Tim asked me to like be a permanent part of the show now.
Oh, hell yeah. We love that. But yeah, no, so he should be.
Oh, that nice eye roll. We love that.
No, we do. It's
Oh my
like, That's me
God.
being excited.
Oh my God,
But-
what are we going to do? Paris is permanent.
All right. Anyway, let's roll back in.
Okay.
What are you gonna do to stop with the procrastination on doing your
I
stuff?
She's
don't
gonna do
know.
it.
I think it's just I'm gonna try to like, maybe if I'm not tired and my cousins don't invite me to Cosmic Bingo tonight, because my cousins don't hang out with me, so like that's super exciting.
So
I'm
can I
like,
have a suggestion for you?
What?
So this is what I did to get me through my first step. I procrastinated horribly on it. Matter of fact, it took me about 1 year and 9 months to actually start. And I was talking to somebody in recovery, and he goes, why don't you take an hour, 1 hour out of the week, and set it aside just to work on your book?
That's what I would do, and then I just stopped.
And that's okay. But you at least have to fulfill.
If you want to call me, I will.
One
I know, I
question.
have your number now.
I will bully you.
I know you will.
Through it.
You have
But-
my number, so you could just text me and be like, "Did you do your step work? Did you do your step work?"
I can if that's what you want.
I mean,
Okay,
really,
sure,
Paris,
yeah.
we can text you that every day.
I know.
If you,
I think it
if
could
you're-
help.
If you want me to, and you're inviting me to hold you accountable. I will.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I like people to hold me
You,
accountable.
you know what procrastination is?
That's great, Joel.
Nobody respond to that.
Everybody's like, we do not want to answer that right now.
We don't want to.
You know what procrastination is?
What?
It's the expectation that God owes you another chance to do something that you had time to do.
Shaboom.
Oh.
Is anybody else hearing an echo today?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been like that all day.
Tim won't tell me how to fix it.
All right.
Is he still watching though?
Well, I mean, we have viewers, and he made a comment earlier.
So maybe that's why they're watching, because he made a comment. I don't know.
We have a comment.
But you know, and it's just like that's like my biggest thing. That's like I'm struggling with recovery. But also, I would say like another thing too is like and we talked about it a little bit earlier. Is like I'm getting to that 1 year mark where I'm just like, all right, like cool.
So I got a question for you. Now that you're getting close to that 1 year mark, what else is going through your mind besides, okay, I haven't done my step work yet, which isn't a big deal.
Well, it's like I would say like not even like I guess like using thoughts have gotten in my brain a lot more. Where I'm just like,
thank God I'm not the only one.
well, and it's like for me because it's like it's not even like, and it's like what I always say. It's just a thought, and you can think about it, and the only time it actually becomes something is when you put action to it.
True.
So you know, and it's like I'm like it's okay to
Like
have
step
these.
work?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Harris, I'm gonna let you in on a secret here.
Mhm.
My biggest struggle for like the past 4 to 5 days is using thoughts.
You're giving up 1 year, 2 years, aren't you?
Yeah, I have like 5 days left before I get to my 2 years, and it is literally for the past 4 days, and it's stupid little things that set me off about it. You
Yeah,
know?
that was like me
It-
on
it-
Christmas.
Yeah,
like, somebody was
nothing
on my-
meaningful will be going on. I'll be at work, and it won't even like being seen at anything that has anything to do with drugs. And it pops into my head like, oh God.
See, that was like
And I'll be
me on-
pissed off about it. I'll get mad, and then I get angry. It's like, oh, if I just go, I'm like, but then I have to sit there and talk to myself.
Mhm.
And it's weird because this whole week and last week, my sponsors called me out of the clear blue when I was just pissed, wanted to go use, and he didn't even know what was going on with me, and I got that phone call, and he called me right down. And I didn't even have to call my sponsor. It was just, it's weird how that worked out. And he's called me like 3 times now since then, not even knowing that I was pissed off about using.
Maybe it's like a sponsor thing. They just sense it.
And it wasn't even about me being angry, mad, or anything. He just called me randomly about some weird questions, and then he started talking to me, and we started talking about things.
Mm.
But I can't, every day I wake up, it's like, I'll get a text, hey, good job, you made it one more day, you're so close. I'm like, don't remind me. Please don't remind me.
So
Yeah, I saw your
where were
post
you
on
at in
Facebook.
your step work?
I am at step 1, done.
2.
Going on 2.
2 years.
And I
2
literally
steps.
started my step work a month and a half ago. I literally procrastinated.
See.
Yeah. So and
So
that
maybe I shouldn't get like your accountability when you're not holding yourself accountable.
actually
either.
I am, because I take an hour a week and I do my book. So you never let me finish. So you open your page up.
Maybe you're not letting yourself finish.
No, so yeah, buddy, me not finish. No, so you open the page up, and I'll start my work. Hey, a little late on that pun, but so I'll open it up and I'll start. I'll go through start reading my questions, and if I get hung up on a question or I get mad or just something's not right about it, and I'm not feeling the question or I can't figure it out, I was told to take a step back. Now, say if I worked 20 minutes on it, to take a step back. Go eat a sandwich. Go take a walk. Go do whatever. But just remember, you only put 20 minutes in so far. And you need to go back and finish the rest.
Yep.
And all you have to do is take that hour. And when I finally sat down and actually focused my time to take that hour, it went really fast. It got to be easier to do it.
Do you work on it solo? Like this is.
Yeah.
Are you guys NA then?
Yeah.
Yeah. NA.
This is all new. Like
So,
Well, but some people in NA they do it with their sponsors. Like
Well,
there is some, but a lot of like how Miss Gracie and I's work. She's like, nope, you got to do it. And if you have a question, you can ask me.
Yeah. So what it is we have a book that we go through and it has all these questions in it. And they're basically it's almost 2 questions in every one. It seems like, what do you think and why? It always
I feel
seems
like
to.
there's 3.
So, yeah, on a lot of them there is. It's
Yeah,
really
there's
tricky.
some that are
Yeah,
true.
that are
But
like
you know,
pretty like it's like
what it did
deep
is
dive.
it really opened it up, and you know, my sponsor goes through it with once I'm finished with the first one, then we sit down and we go through my answers, and then he asked me, well, why did you answer it this way? Or you know, they kind of help you run through the answers because there is no wrong answer to answering these questions. But what it does do is it makes you dig deep and go through it even more. You know, because there's a lot of things when I first answered these questions, and I was going back through it with another person who wasn't my sponsor. We were just kind of, because we were both going through the first step. And we're like, well,
Yeah.
let's get together. Let's talk about this. Let's see. And it made me realize different things, that how he looked at it and how I look at it are two different ways. It's the same question, but Paris might answer it one way, and I'm definitely going to probably answer it a different way. And JJ, of course, you know, we all have our different answers, but not one of these answers are wrong. It just,
Yeah.
it opens your eyes when you hear somebody else's answer to the same question. You're like, wow, I didn't think of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, I think it's also what helps for me is like that. It's not that like I don't trust Miss Gracie. I think it's also just like because like my dad's not an alcoholic, but he
Yeah.
did AA too. Like he did the AA step works, he did the NA step work, so he can like answer all questions and kind of like
Yeah,
like
I was like heavy into fentanyl, but I did
AA. Yeah, exactly.
and there's nothing wrong with doing that. I mean,
Yeah, and like that's why I asked you guys a question because like
No.
it's a lot different experience for me. Like I sat down with a sponsor, we went through the book and like did it out of the book, and
Yeah, and it's
and that's how I sponsored.
yeah, it's completely
Oh, excuse me.
it's completely different. I
Knock
mean,
it off.
I'm
one of,
getting
you know what? One of
tired.
these times, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my book and just let you look at the questions like, what does addiction mean to you?
Okay. Yeah, I'd be happy.
No, I
with
mean,
that.
I'm
That'd
seriously.
be
What is that's one of the questions. What does addiction mean to you?
Not having control.
powerlessness, unmanageability,
Why?
hopelessness.
This is where we say it's 2 to 3 part questions. Why?
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 Because addiction is there's nothing in this world that's ever brought me to that point of break. There's never been anything that has gotten me to a point of hopeless and unreasonable state of mind, and anything that's ever brought me into a place of complete unreasonableness in life.
Exactly. I mean, and like I said, that's your answer. Now, JJ, if I ask JJ that same question, his is going to be a little different. We all have a different reason and why and what it means to us.
What's addiction and why?
Yeah.
That's the
That's the first one. I think it was
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
first
that's it.
one.
That's
It's
the
the
very
very
first
first one right
question.
on the page, and
Yeah.
that one sticks into my head so much.
See, mine was like, what is like your newest like, what is something that like I forget how the question actually goes, but it's like what have you done that's like that you picked up differently than like what's a different addiction basically? And I was like, oh, shopping.
Yeah, yeah. You see, now that one we have in common.
Yeah, I was like, shopping's my.
And by the
addiction.
way, I have not bought a pair of shoes.
I haven't bought
in a
shit
long
since
time.
my card got fraud protection on
Yeah.
it. So.
So, but I mean,
Damn.
honestly,
I bought a lot of stuff with your card.
yeah,
Aw,
I mean,
damn it.
I know. Thank God I got a pair of shoes before she fixed
I
that.
know.
I bought
thank
myself
God.
a new watch.
Yeah. No.
That $850 Apple Watch I got on.
Yeah, yeah. Check that
Is an
out.
Apple Watch really $850?
Well, the
It
new one.
can-
The new one is. Yeah.
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 Well, the thing is,
But it's an
like,
Ultra.
But you know what? You can almost see yourself in it.
What does it do?
I don't know.
It tells you what time it is.
So it's
I
titanium.
can
It's titanium.
also see your
It
like
does-
blood flow.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
I can't talk any kind of whatever.
I'm a tech
Yeah.
savvy guy. I like.
All right.
Well, and it's like I don't know. It's just like it was just that's like my question that I remember leaving off on. There's another one as well, but I can't think of it as like right in this moment. But I know I'm pretty like very nice. I like it.
And that's why I like the step work.
Wait, what?
It's weird because like with the step work, you know, it's kind of nice because
What do you mean? Why?
when you think about it, like, so I've done the
I mean, it's an actual.
I've
watch.
I've done the AA steps, and like
Yeah.
with those, it's like you're basically reading step 1, you talk about step 1, you read step 2, you talk about step. Where like I
Step
like
1 and 12 are like way longer.
way
text
long,
than-
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
where
like step 3 is like 2 pages.
yeah, where
I think that's like for like even an A sometimes.
Yeah.
It's certain. Like,
Certain
Yeah,
things
some-
are
yeah.
longer, and some. I mean, I think the first step was that 63 questions in the first step.
Yeah, that's why it's taking me a while to get there.
It's
think
like,
I'm on, like
literally
20.
60.
it's like
yeah.
63 or 64.
Yeah, it's right up there. It's like 63 questions, and I know
And it does
I've
take
been
forever.
asked before. You know, I had one guy tell me, he's like, "Well, I don't need to work the steps," and I'm like, I said, "That's great. You don't think you do? That's fine. I'm not going to tell you you have to or you should."
You know what I just
But-
heard?
But
is,
what I
like-
did. Go ahead, Paris.
What I just heard is that meaty makers don't make it.
They don't.
Oh,
I was like, that makes sense.
They can.
They can.
They might
I mean,
not be
like-
happy doing it either.
Right there.
Right.
People can show up to meetings and be sober, and they'll show up, they'll do their meeting, they'll hang out. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Blah blah blah. And they get out the door. Like they might stick around for another 20 minutes, but they doesn't mean
They're
they
gone. Yeah.
They
That
don't
was
even-
me.
they
That-
go
that-
home,
I go
they're-
home.
they're miserable,
And I
they're
really
angry, they're
love-
depressed. They're full of all the emotions.
I mean,
I go home.
I love it. Like tonight, okay, I might not have been at Willworks for the meeting, but I went out and tried different meetings. I went and supported someone running a meeting, which was her second time running the meeting. She
Yes,
did a
Jared.
great
Proud
job.
about it.
I was very proud of her. She did a fabulous job. I love going out to new places and meeting new people and doing things. I love it when, if Paris called me up one day and says, oh, I'm going to start running a new meeting, would you come and support it? I would be there in a heartbeat. And I don't care where these meetings are at. I love going out there, and that's
Are
me.
you gonna come to the meeting I told you about?
Yeah,
I might not
That's-
because I'm going to.
that's next week.
Um,
next week I'm going.
You're gonna go next week?
Yeah, it's next week.
I'm not
You
gonna make
said
it
that like
tomorrow.
2 weeks ago.
I said in 2 weeks.
You better.
That
go
would be
to
next week.
I'm going to the
wasn't here
tattoo
last week.
convention tomorrow.
Well, last time.
Oh yeah,
shit.
I was supposed to be in Chicago.
Send me a- the
I
thing
was gonna
for-
go to Chicago for the CRC convention.
So
Yeah, I'm going to the tattoo convention tomorrow. So
yeah,
My
I know everybody's
hamsters
been
go-
going to that. I really want to go.
My
I'm
hamsters
going.
yoga instructor is getting
but-
married, so I can't really miss that again.
So let's go. Meeting makers don't always make it. That's very true. Meeting makers aren't. A lot of them are sometimes crabby because, as we like to call it, you're a dry drunk.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dry drunk, dry
Right,
addict.
knuckling.
And like I said, my new favorite line I love to use is, "Hi, I'm Dale. I'm a retired addict." Because you know what? Any day can come by where I decide to come out of retirement.
Yep, that's
So do you
true.
guys ever in NA use the term recovered?
There are some people that use recovery.
Yep.
And you know what? And that's great. I love it. If you are at that point where you feel that you are recovered, good.
I ain't.
And I'm definitely not there yet.
I
Do
might
you
be.
guys have like
no.
a definition in your basic text?
Oh, for me, I'm going with retired. I'm definitely a retired
I'm
addict.
just asking about like the NA.
Oh
like,
no, I mean
business.
there's
I mean, I don't know. I personally don't know if the NA book says anything
About
about like being
recovery.
recovered or.
I mean-
I think it does say that it's a continuing and progressive
Yeah.
illness that.
Yeah, it
you
says
know,
that too. What the term in like for AA when they say we are like in the very beginning in the forward of the first, we are more than 100 men and women who have recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body. So that's when they talk about recovered, and they actually touch on that more in like the third chapter about being recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body.
Yeah.
So I can say I am recovered by that definition because I no longer live in a hopeless state of mind and body.
Right.
But it does
True.
go on to say, just like you had mentioned, that this is a progressive illness.
so
Right.
And
my
that-
my thing with the recovered thing, and this is my personal opinion.
And then he has to go because he has to do.
I'm going to another meeting tonight. I'm gonna head over to St. Paul. There's a meeting going on at 10:30 off of Dale Street. Yeah, the fire. What was it? What house is it, Joe?
It's at the White House, which is the Northwest Auto Club, and it's the bonfire meeting.
It's the bonfire meeting,
Oh,
Northwest
that's
Auto
tonight,
Club.
ain't it?
Yeah, it's tonight. That's where I'm heading to after that.
Damn.
That's Saturday. Oh, that one's Saturday. Tonight, same place though, at 10:30. So that's where I'm going after this. So that's what.
Your recovered opinion.
So my recovery opinion is: do you ever think about alcohol? Do you ever think about anything, drinking, going out, like anything like that? See, that would be recovered, honestly. But there's people out there that, for me, I could never be recovered because right now, at this moment in my life, there isn't a day that doesn't go by that something doesn't pop into my head lately, especially in the last 4 to 5 days.
Yeah, on Christmas, people were testing
Yeah.
my limits, and I was like, my nerves are rocking.
And
Yeah,
I love my family to
exactly.
death, you know. And they had
God.
they had Christmas on the 30th, which I did not go, and it wasn't because I didn't want to be there. It wasn't because I don't want to be around my family. I'm not gonna lie, I was more scared to go back to where I was doing all this.
Yep.
You know, and I talked to my mom a little bit about it, and she's like, I felt bad for not going back there. I felt bad for not being with them, and she kind of, I think she was a little upset that I didn't go back. And she's like, well, do we make you feel unsafe? I'm like, no, it's not you. It's not my family.
It's yourself.
It's myself. I'm not at the point, and I'm not to be mean, Mom, if you're listening, because I know my mom listens a lot. And she does. She literally will watch this podcast throughout this week sometime. It's not my family. It's me. I don't trust myself going back to that area because it only takes me 2 seconds to walk down the street, get something, and go.
You can't grow in the places that broke you.
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah.
hardest part is,
That
you know,
is
my
pretty hard.
family's there, and I love my family to death. But for me, if I never go back there again, I'm okay with it because I can handle being at the bus stop down here, watching a guy pull out a foil and smoke it. But I have problems going back to home.
Because you're so familiar with it.
Yeah, and it sometimes it don't make sense, but it does to me in my mind.
You've
Right.
never had the reflex to smoke foil at the bus stop, but you've had reflex at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Oh no, I definitely had the reflex to smoke foil at a bus stop. That didn't bother me.
Maybe not this bus stop.
Yeah, but not this one.
Right.
But no, you know, and it's sad to say all this, but it's true. And, you know, and I'm trying to look at, like, for me to be able to say I'm recovered, that's why I'm a retired addict, you know. I'm retired right now.
That's why I say recovery.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, put this out there, if anybody else is struggling or having these thoughts, I put my number up there, so reach out to me, reach out to somebody. You know, there's so many people in recovery that care, that want to see you succeed. Reach out, and you don't have to struggle alone or face these thoughts, feelings, or beliefs that, you know, this is what it is. There's a lot of people here that are happy to answer the phone, and sometimes if you just need to talk and need someone to listen, you know, so be it.
Okay.
Neil, what's your gratitude?
My
before you go?
gratitude. Oh,
You leaving?
I'm just really happy to be here tonight. I'm really happy to go try out different meetings.
Oh, Ted. My dad's supposed to be here.
You know, I got so many things to be happy for right now in my life. You know, coming up on 2 years, I have that to be happy for. I can't wait until I come back next week, and I'll be able to look at you guys and say, I have 2 years, because on Friday night, the night before that, I will have my 2 years. So Friday night,
What
when I
you
come
told me
back
to
on,
come.
yeah. So when I come back on Friday night, I'll have my 2-year coin, and then I'm really excited to be able to give away that 1-year coin I've been keeping in my wallet. I mean, yeah.
Did you not get an 18 month?
Dale.
Oh, I have a tag for that.
You got a tag?
I got a tag. I've been like dying to give this coin away to someone, and I've been dying to give it to Paris because
I gave
she
mine
worked
1 year
so
away.
hard
That was
to get
great.
this coin, and I can't wait because I have something I want to say when I give her this coin, and I'm going to let everybody know how I got this coin.
He, he, he.
And there is a great
Dun, dun,
story
dun.
about how this coin came to me. And it came from a really good person in this room that comes here a lot, who's been here forever. And the way we found this coin is perfect. So it definitely deserves to go to Paris. She deserves a coin like this. It's brought me a lot of good luck for the last year, and I hope it does the same for her.
Of course.
Dale, I'm
of course.
excited for you to have that experience.
Yeah.
So come on down, check us out. If you're really bored, come check us out anytime we're here. I love it. You guys have fun.
2520
do.
North 2nd
Yeah,
Street.
I am headed to another meeting. You guys have a good night.
You won't even get to get
Every
your...
Friday while the podcast is going on, the big room is also open till about midnight, or people permitting
That
to
is
come
true.
on down, fellowship, play games.
Have fun.
Someday Dale will get the movies set up.
I got the cord here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you guys have a great night.
Will
Love
do.
you all.
You won't be able to grab your tiger bomb.
Yeah. Oh, too bad.
Crap.
Here, I'll give you my car keys.
Nope, don't do it. Don't do it. He'll
It's a
take your
trap.
car.
No, I won't. I never would take her car.
I trust you.
All right, JJ.
That's great. Love you.
Oh, shit.
We'll let you round this out. What is something that you struggle with today?
Yeah, the truck.
God, I'd have to say lately it's been mental health. Mental health has been a big one.
And you touched on that a little bit earlier in the show about
Yeah.
how that you're addressing it.
Yeah.
What is that doing for your recovery?
So right now it's really, I don't know, I can't explain it. Like it's been holding me back, that's for sure. I've been barely going to meetings. I've been barely doing things that I need to do for my recovery, but I still try to reach out to people. I still try to continue to help others as I can. It's nice being in a sober house with a bunch of guys because there are guys there that I can talk to, which is really nice. I actually believe that the people there want to be there and want to help me and want to see me succeed. But it's just like some days that I wake up and I'm just like, nope, today's not the day. Like I gotta go back into hiding and I isolate. And that's another thing that has been messing with me too. Is like I've been having those thoughts like, oh well, you can just go get high, nobody will know,
Yeah.
or it's easy to just go get high because you're on the north side or this, that, and another. but it's nice to be able to just talk about it.
Yeah, and I also think it's like for a lot of people who still are like, you know, still in the recovering aspect of their recovery. You know, it's like, especially with the new year coming, it's like a weird restart, you know? And I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes some people, they're like, well, what the fuck? I made it like a year, like into the new year. I may have not made it a year into recovery, whoever is out there. But it's like, you know, it's for me,
I'm figuring things out.
you're okay. But for me, you know, it was just one of those things. Like, I think it's like for at least me, my sober date coming up for sure. And, you know, just thinking about last year where the hell I was, and I was in fucking jail. So, like, completely different 360. And I'm just kind of like, well, I'm like, I'm not in jail. I'm like, but damn, I was like, it'd be nice to just have a shot. I'm like, but I can't. I was like, because of how hard I worked and also just legal purposes too. I was like, I can't do
Oh,
it.
you got the law over your head.
I have probation and stuff, so I'm just like, nice. Don't want to do that. 4 fucking years. I can't leave the goddamn state and move until 4 years.
Are you allowed to like travel?
Yeah, I'm allowed to travel. I'm low risk.
You're just not yeah. So with that, you're just not able to be like, I'm moving to Iowa or I'm moving to New York. Like she has to stay in Minnesota.
I have to wait.
So you have aspirations to move elsewhere?
Yeah, most definitely. I think, and once that time's up, I don't think people will see me like anymore. I think I'm just gonna move, you know, because it's like I just said to Dale before he went off, he better come back with my fucking keys. But
Oh, there she is.
perfect.
There she is, right there.
Speak of the devil.
But
nice.
Yeah, his back and arms have been hurting. I always bring him some. But you know, it's like I still like live in the house like where my mom struggled with her addiction, where I struggled with my addiction, and I just like need to get out. Like I just need to get out of here. Like give it 4 years, and I probably won't be here. Hell, I might not even be in the country. I'll be like, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm fucking out.
But just remember, the geographical change isn't gonna.
No, I
help
know
you.
that. I know that. It's just more of the fact of like just being around like, cause like you know I live around my family. I live with my mom. Like all my family's around where I live.
Just to
and
be able to get away.
Yeah, because it's like it's isolating as hell out there. Because like that's why I was like, oh, I might go to Cosmic Bingo tonight. I don't know yet though. I'm kind of tired. Because like my cousins, they don't ask me to hang out anymore because
Right.
like I don't do everything that they do, and so but like they live a house away from me and I don't talk to them.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just really isolating, and not a lot of people. I have like maybe like one person out there that supports my recovery besides my mom, which is
Gotta
like
get through them step work so you can make those amends.
true. Well, I know, and it's like the only person that really like supports me is my uncle Tony, who has I want to say 17 years sober.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. So, you know, and it's like that's who I go and talk to. That's who I stop by. I bring him soup when I make food. I'm just like, here, you want some of this? I made it, and he's like, but he won't eat sugar, so it's interesting.
Good
But
for him.
I know.
I think I figured out the echo problem.
But
Oh, nope, there it is.
Nope, it's
Yeah.
still there. I heard it.
I think it's just
It got a
probably
lot
my.
better when I muted that mic.
It might be because you just need to turn down your mic a little bit. Try it.
Well, there's an effect on here that has echo, and I can't remember what Tim did to turn it on or off.
Just one when you're just here early, we gotta figure that out. But you know, and it's like that's like that's just how I've been feeling, especially like with my 1 year coming up and like the new year going in. Like I don't have a year sober, but it's just like coming in and restart as like the new year. And I think that's what's kind of like fucking with me is like, cause last year, like you know what my New Year's resolution was, and I fucked it up instantly to not do anything. I was like to get sober, fuck that up.
Well, I mean, eventually you got it.
I mean, yeah, but like maybe like 24 days later.
That's fine. I mean, like 24 days later, you got to your resolution and stuck
Yeah.
to it. A lot of people give up on it within
Yeah.
24 days.
My New Year's resolution is to not bite my nails, and that's going great. It's just because of anxiety and stuff, so I used to do that really badly. But it's just like, you know, for me, it's very different for sure because because like I'm young, I'm 20 years old. I
forgot you're so young.
Yeah.
She's still a baby.
Yeah, so it's like everybody I know is out and about doing their things. You know what I did before I came to a meeting that helps me reset? I hang out with my friend who's older than me, and she has a husband and a daughter. And I went out to eat with her and her daughter. And
But that can be very relaxing too.
that's what
and
I'm
that-
saying.
and
It
that
gives
can
me
be
a
very
reset.
nice. Yeah.
Because it's like she's somebody that can meet me on my level, even though she's not in sobriety herself. It's just because it's her life. Like, she's like, I have a life. I can't live like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. Like, I can talk to you about stuff. Like, we were talking about that actually before I came over here. Like, she's like, yeah, like, it's cool, like, for people that, like, you don't want to go out, do this thing, whatever. Like, every once in a blue moon, she's like, I can't do it. It's too draining. She's like, I have a whole life. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, yeah. I was like, and that's the thing for me is, like, I'm not a person to discriminate or judge or whatever to say about your life. It's your life. You live it. You do what you want with it. But me personally, I'm just not a part of that life anymore.
Right.
So it's like, I get that completely. So
Well, yeah, tell me about your gratitude now.
my gratitude.
Our gratitude speaks.
Gratitude. Anyways, I don't know, I'm just grateful that I'm here another day. I'm getting things more figured out every day. You know, just being patient with myself, and grateful that I just let my thoughts be thoughts and not actions. Especially with how my thoughts are getting, because it's like, well, like, maybe, like, I'm like, nope, nope. I'm like, you can't fucking do that. Like, you know? But I was just saying that's what I'm grateful for, is at least being in, like, reminding myself, staying accountable and present about, like, hey, like, you know, if you do this and you fuck up some, like, other shit. I was like, and you're going to feel more disappointed, and that's when that rabbit hole starts for you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
like, you know, that's something I'm grateful for, is that I'm at least staying accountable and present for that at least. The only thing I need to be accountable for is step work.
Step work.
Step work.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Step
Get
work.
to it.
Uh-huh. I'm tired, though.
And call your sponsor.
I know. I
All
called her
the
today
time.
because she was late. I was like, where are you?
This guy say you're late. Fired.
I was like, where are you? She's like, I'm coming. I'm like, all right, well. And then I had to kick somebody out of her seat. I was like, I don't mean to bother you, but you're in somebody's seat.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That is exciting. Are you doing it with your sponsees?
Yes.
Sick.
Nice. It's always good to get that out of the way.
Yep.
Sick.
I'll be meeting with Alex tomorrow.
Yeah. You and me both. We gotta. Yep. We gotta get that button. But I'm ready to go home. Literally, that's how I'm feeling right now, because we don't have that.
Well, I appreciate everybody that tuned in and listened and gave us
Yeah.
some feedback and put up with me in Paris tonight.
Yeah. What's your
again-
gratitude, though, JJ, before we end?
Oh, yeah. What's your gratitude, JJ?
What's your gratitude?
We did this before. I could talk all night about gratitude.
I know.
Um,
Some new ones. I know you got some new ones laying up in there they didn't say.
It got so awkwardly quiet.
Oh, real quiet
Because
there.
Dale
for a second.
left.
Thank God, no. I would say I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my family and my dad. If it wasn't for him pushing me into the rooms, I think I'd be dead by now. And I'm very grateful that my mom is a big support. I'm just grateful to have a brother, a sister, cousins, nephews, nieces that are in the program that I can also mentor and let them know that things are going to get better.
Yeah.
It's even cool. Like, I got in recovery the first time, and my sister then got into recovery, and I went back out. And she told me that I'm the reason why she got into recovery. So I
Hell
was
yeah.
her inspiration. And in a way, I felt like, you know, I don't deserve that because I relapsed. But through working the program, like, I learned that you can still be a role model even if something bad does happen.
Yeah.
You just have to get back on the way again. So for me, I'm just grateful that I have a loving and caring high power that is there for me when I really need him the most, and especially my recovery community. I'm grateful for you guys.
We're grateful for you too, JJ. Thank
Grateful
you for
you
coming
too,
out.
JJ. Thanks for coming on the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, he came here like 3 minutes before we ended last week. I was like, you
Yeah, I
gotta
was so
come
sad.
next week.
I was so sad.
I know you
and
were.
I woke up at 7:45 like, do I even want to go? And I was like, yeah, get your ass up. You're going.
So we made it today, so I'm proud of him.
Well, again, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you need any love, support, reach out. If no one's told you, we love you. We're glad that you're still here. And we're
Love
glad that
ya.
you tuned in.
Mhm.
And you are lovable, capable, worthwhile, and your recovery is worth it. If you need anything, there's the intergroup number scrolling at the bottom. My number's up there. Tim's number's up there. Come down if you need a meeting. There's plenty of meetings here at Willwork. There's places everywhere else. Fridley, Allano, Robbinsdale, Allano, New Hope, Allano. there is places to go
Everywhere.
if you'll attend. All you have to do is show up
Yep. And everybody will love you unconditionally.
unconditionally. Until next week, stay safe. Take care.
Thanks for dealing with me and Jake. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.